You are live. Have a great stream from all of us here at Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm sure you give a shit. I'm sure you could care less about my live stream.
Your
Yeah.
archivist shipping policy is scrolling at the
Oh, yeah.
bottom.
I'm still in auction mode. So yeah.
Mm.
Hi, let me change this to generic. There we go. Grab a little.
So it only costs you $1 extra to ship to international?
No, I'm saying international. The cost of shipping plus $1
Oh, okay.
for the mailer. So
Okay, I got you.
that's what that means.
I was gonna say, where did you get that hookup? Jesus.
Yeah, no. I wish it was that cheap, but yeah,
Yeah, no kidding.
that would be
Hey,
great.
Eddie, what's going on? Oh, the Schlitz hat. I just noticed that. Very cool.
Schlitz is not good beer.
We had, but back in the day, when,
It's
like,
wonderful. What are you talking about?
it's funny because I was gonna say back in the day when the '90s, when I was going to Fanshawe, there was this music college where these guys were doing audio production, and actually Jack Douglas used to go there and do stuff as well. So you could hear all kinds of interesting things there. One of them was actually Battle Scar. They had the 2-inch of Battle Scar and the 1/4-inch master for Battle Scar in the closet there. But anyways, back then the guy who used to go there, he had nothing but Schlitz in his fridge to drink
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, so it was like we got so used to drinking that, you know.
Schlitz in the 70s was the top-selling beer in the country.
Oh yeah,
That
it's just like
goes to show you how
Budweiser.
shitty beer was back then.
Well, it's just like Budweiser.
Not
Budweiser
shitty
tasted
beer.
really good in the 2000s, and then they changed the formula of it, and all of a sudden it tasted like ass. All of a sudden,
Yeah, that's so what happened to Schlitz, and that's when
tasted like ass.
But
Yes.
they brought it back.
well, you know what I mean. It
Okay,
tasted
what-
terrible.
I don't care what these beer snobs say. Yeah, put more fruit in your beer.
I don't need fruit in
Yeah,
my beer.
right,
I don't.
yeah,
I
sure
don't.
thing.
When I drink a Corona, I do not put orange on anything. I don't put
Corona?
lemon,
Corona's-
lime, anything.
Corona's piss water.
I
Corona's
don't drink
watery.
Corona. I drink Lafine du
I know
Monde,
you
and I
got
drink Blue
Stella
Moon.
Artois and all your,
I don't drink Stella Artois.
You've had that. I've seen you have that, haven't you?
No, you've not seen me have Stella Artois.
Oh, okay. You have
No.
something
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
that
He's
looks like that bottle.
probably
Blue
kept it
Moon,
hidden under the
Lafine du
desk
Monde.
there.
Those are
Blue
my.
Moon is a fruit beer. You put a slice of orange in it.
I don't put
Actually,
a slice of orange in mine. I don't put
there-
a slice of anything in my.
There's some
beer.
really good Belgian dessert beers that they have. They're like these cherry beers with the corks in them. There.
Not a cherry. I don't have a dessert beer. So no.
Yeah, I don't know. man.
No.
I actually like the Samuel Adams cherry, whatever that
See?
cherry one they do is.
See,
I've never
it's
tried
standing up
Samuel
for
Adams.
warm
Being that we're in
chocolate
Canada,
beer.
we don't
Yeah.
get it here.
Yeah, you got your pumpkin.
You know, where I come
spice
from,
thing.
man, you walk outside and the beer's already warm, dude. That's how hot it is in summertime. So
Yeah.
that's why you got to drink it fast.
Anyway, who we got in the house? Record Hound. Mick, what's so good, George? Eddie.
So the theme tonight is
What's up, Steve?
we don't have any top 5 themes. We should nail down at least a couple of them so we don't have this problem anymore. But since everyone's always saying it's not in the system, so if you can think of stuff that you've asked for that's not been in the system, I will go find that record and play it on the system if I can.
Oh,
So, and if not, I have stuff that I just recently got.
Patrick's gonna get some exercise tonight.
some reggae, some psych stuff from Alex that I've been listening to. I went to the record store today and I just picked up these records today. So these are not in the system. Well, so this
Oh, great album.
UK 12-inch single of Free Will Burning.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Judas Priest Unleashed in the East, the original US pressing. Really nice Plasmatics Metal Priestess album.
Yeah, I need more plasmatics.
Point of Entry US pressing. And this was like $8 for Animal.
That's a disturbing album. There's a good album.
Beautiful album cover. And
That's the worst back cover of all time.
Nice.
Animal Eyes.
Very nice.
It's a
Plastic
UK
Eric.
pressing, I think of
Cleveland.
of Kiss Killers.
Klatuber.
A 2-bar. Hello, Cleveland. So yes.
I went today and picked up a couple too. I picked up after you played it the other night, the Strider album,
Oh yeah.
Strider.
Very
Is
nice.
Robert Plant's the name of Robert Plant's dog?
and then
God.
a UK pressing of Metal, which is my favorite.
Oh, really? Is that on
Pink
Harvest?
Floyd.
What's the matrix? Is it A1 B1 or like A5 B6?
Nerds.
Yes,
Is
we
that
can
the-
nerd out.
Is the UK the better pressing on that?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Should be like an A-1U or
I have like
B1U.
2 US pressings, of course. No, I don't have a UK, but I got 2 US ones.
And some of them have HTM for Harry T. Moss on the Dead Wax. I
Yeah,
think.
this is a HTM.
That's an excellent sounding cut. How much you pay for it? If I may ask.
the thing looks mint.
How much was that bad boy?
38.
That's good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. This I think this is the only one I didn't have a UK of.
You're doing good.
I also grabbed a nice upgrade, a German pressing of Lights Out.
Oh, can't go wrong with that.
German.
A German pressing of, is that Obsession? Yeah, Obsession.
Yeah.
And then your favorite, Patrick, a white label Japanese pressing of
Force It. Yes. So speaking of my favorites, I saw a Pile Driver album at the record store today. So, yeah.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah,
Which one?
Like a jackhammer or something on the cover. It was
Oh,
like,
it's Metal Inquisition.
that's it.
You still have Steve Big here.
Yeah, I kind of like tell people, hey, I know the guy that played guitar in this band. Yeah, it's like, nobody cared.
You never recorded anything with him, though, did you, Mark?
Yeah, I did not that album. There was an album that came out in the 2000s called A Metal Manifesto, and I played on that the whole album.
Okay, cool.
I'll have to keep my eye out for that one.
Yeah, I didn't know they did another album after that one.
Oh yeah, they did that was the only other studio album they did was the one that I was on with him. We did it here at Metalworks in Mississauga.
Was Gil Moore there hanging out?
He probably was around, but you know he is. Hi, I'm Gil Moore, but you can't come and talk to me. You know he's one of those guys. Yeah.
I am somebody.
I heard Patrick's like that at the record shows.
Oh, I could see that.
Yes, that's how I am.
If I walked up to me, he'd totally diss me. Totally.
My name is
No,
PB
very,
Salt.
very
Don't
nice.
touch me.
You wouldn't
Photos,
you wouldn't even do that. He wouldn't put his hands. He'd just turn his head and walk away. Just
He'd look at him and say, "I really like your live stream." He'd be like, "Don't touch me."
I got people to take care of that for me. You know,
He'd
when
be
I'm
cold as
when I'm
ice
out
to
in
me.
public, you know, when I'm out in public, you know, I got people. You know,
Oh my gosh, his entourage.
yes, my entourage of me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to play something. I'm going to play this weird. So this album.
Well, why don't you play one of those Kiss things?
Well, because I need to see. Well, because I want to play this first. Because
Okay, okay. I'm saying later, not right now. Like,
it's a super rare psych record by a guy named Sam Gopal.
mhm.
It's like to be like a $500 record apparently. So we're all going to find out together what it sounds like. So here we go.
Where's that one guy who always asks for heavy psych? The guy from Sweden. He's
No,
always like,
I thought you
"You have
meant
any heavy
Randy.
psych? You have any heavy psych? You have any heavy psych?" I'm like, God, man, chill out with the heavy psych.
I don't remember that guy.
He's like a guy from Sweden or something. He wears glasses. His avatar is like a picture of him with glasses on. I forget his name, but he's always around on the auctions. And every time they auction something, he always says, "Got any heavy psych?"
This is my record.
Time goes by and I can see all the things I want to be when I open wide.
God, it sounds like Cream.
Oh yeah.
Right off the bat, it sounded like Cream to me.
Yeah, that's it, Christopher. That's it. That's it. Thank you very much, Hank and B-sides. Where's Christopher when you need him? Here's his heavy psych.
Apparently a young Lenny's in this band.
Yeah, it does sound like Lemmy too, doesn't it?
Oh, now I can hear Lemmy, but right off the first, right when it started, it just sounded like a Cream, but like a.
Yeah, musically for sure.
Well, even the voice kind of, to me at least, right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Now,
possible.
when you say Lemmy, I could kind of hear that tone in there.
Now, what band is this?
Sam Gopal. Let's see if I can put this on the sticker here.
Sam Goathorn.
Damn GoPro.
Sam Gopal. There you go. Yeah, Eddie's got it. He sounds like he's familiar with them.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like they were one and done, but yeah, it's got Lemmy.
Eddie
Oh, it is
knows.
Lemmy, eh?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
or should I say Ian? I think he went by Ian back then. Ian Fraser Filmus.
Well, there you go. Fancy got another person who goes by your thing. He says, sounds like Jack Bruce.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
I've been to a Lion Kugel.
Moosehead's okay. Not a bad.
Hey, Mike the Spins.
Hey, Mike, have you ever had Point beer since you're from Wisconsin?
I've had Point, yeah.
I've had Point beer.
You can still get it. It's still out there. Of course, the Liney's. You can get Liney's.
You know, all the listeners are Rolling Stones. Are you talking about the band, or are you talking about us?
I don't just listen to Rolling Stones.
That's what I'm saying. Is he talking about us, or is he talking about the band that we're listening to?
Okay. Well, it is Eddie, so he's probably complaining about us. So, I mean, that's usually how Eddie.
Hey, he's got Lemmy. Eddie's got nothing to
Eddie's
complain
complaining about you guys,
I know.
not me.
I like Duvel. Duvel's good beer.
That stuff can knock you off, man, if you drink too many.
I think this is an OG. I think this is an OG, Dan. I'm pretty sure it's an OG.
Look at that. You're sitting on a gold mine there.
No, I don't have the cover, and it's not mine. I would never take one of Alex's albums.
Oh, okay. I
somebody,
didn't
somebody
realize.
sent
it
you
was-
that then?
Huh? Yeah, somebody
sent
said
you
that. Yes.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you found it in a shop for like, a couple bucks.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I found this for $5.
Well,
No.
it wouldn't be the first time, right, Mark? I mean, he's
Yeah, I know.
behind some.
How many Buckingham Nicks has he found already? Like
about. Actually, this
17?
got reissued a couple years ago.
It's an OG. I mean, I looked at it. It has. It's not. It doesn't look
Hey,
like
Bobby.
a reissue, so. And Alex has been known to send me really rare records. Alex should be
Alex
here.
Dickey?
No, Alex Disco Devil.
Yeah, because he's missing in action.
I don't think he's missing. Is anybody really missing him?
No, he's on Epstein Island or whatever.
Epstein Island.
Ah, that's cool. Man.
Is it? I don't know. I thought it was in the tropics.
This is not my record. This was sent to me by Disco Devil, so it's not a score. I'm not selling it. It's not mine. So.
Hey, Patrick,
gas.
can I buy this from you?
BG5.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that Ian/Lemmy could be so emotional.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, this is 68. He was probably 20 years old, 19 years old, trying to get
Flowers
laid.
in his hair and had a girlfriend and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, this is when he was roadie for Hendrix, right?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a 70, 71 when he was with Hendrix.
Was that it?
I could be wrong.
Totally. Now I can totally hear Lemmy in this. Now this part, absolutely.
I can see why he went on to another band.
It's hard to believe they went from this to Motorhead.
No, when did he go into Hawkwind?
Then to
Yeah, he went
Motorhead.
from this to Hawkwind.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but listen to the Rockin' Vickers. He did that before this. I think that was 65 or 66, the Rockin' Vickers.
How old was he at that? Was he
Oh my
like
God, what is
12?
this guy, like 900?
Methuselah? Like Dorian Gray?
Methuselah. My first band was in 46.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, me and frickin' Mozart were hanging out, drinking
We're roadies for Glenn Miller Orchestra.
No, he was born in 45, so he was in his mid-20s when this came out.
Really? Wow, I didn't think he was that old.
Well, yeah, wasn't. I just saw a thing on Santana. Wasn't Neil Sean like 17 when he joined the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the guys started out really young.
That's true.
Yeah, Rory Gallagher, I think that first taped album he was 17 when he recorded it.
Or like
Yeah,
Rick
I'm not-
Allen, he was like 15 when he joined Def Leppard.
I'm not really set up for 45s up here, Darren. That's something I haven't really jacked with this turntable in 45s. I don't have any like Fender dealies up here. If it had a solid Fender, I could do it, but yeah.
Well, since we're doing this, why don't you play some of the Aerosmith quad?
But it's in the system.
Oh, I thought last time you played the record.
Oh. trying to find stuff. I can play it. I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's like I just thought it'd be interesting to play stuff that people
I
always
mean,
mention.
usually the stuff I ask you for that you can't play, it's not because you don't have, or it's not because you don't have it.
Well, there's one thing I do know that you said before you didn't have in the system is that you said you had a couple of Max Webster records that you didn't have in the system.
Here, I'll tell you what I have in the system. You can tell me what I don't have.
You don't have Zephyr
I have
Blue
A
Lakes in the
Million
system?
Vacations, High Class, Self-Titled, Mutiny Up My Sleeve, Bootleg, and Universal Juveniles. What am I missing?
Okay. So hang on a second. You are missing something. I'm trying to find one specific song though. Yeah.
What is this? Girl, you really got me.
So you said that you have Mutiny up my sleeve, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you pretty much have everything that's like Max Webster, High Class, Mutiny Up My Sleeve, Million Vacations. Then there's a live album, and then there's Universal Juvenile. So you got pretty much everything.
I have everything.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. So there's
the live album. The live album I don't have. It's Live Magnetic Air. I have the album. I also have some Gato that's not in the system.
Oh, see, there you go. Masaga Joe said, "Mark,
Yeah,
Patrick
you
played the
got it.
party the other night. That's the song I really liked. Of course, he played it when I wasn't here. So,
Yeah. I try to do that as much as I can. So, yeah.
oh, okay.
You really got me. You really got me. You got me. Well, what about Gato? I've got some Gato.
I got a Taurus label too there, and just checking down to Max Webster's.
I'm throwing you Gato. You're not even like fighting. So, hey, that's Gato.
This is going to be tough trying to find something you don't have in your system now because you've been doing a lot of that lately, I think.
Even though you guys sit there and like tell me constantly that it's not in the system. So here's your chance. So, hello Maria, happy Sunday. What was the highest? You know, the highest price record was actually that Skip Spence album, this fucking piece of shit that Randy bought. So that was the most expensive.
The one with the skip on it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot. I got this record store today too. I'm not.
By the way, we can't see you, Patrick. Oh, there you go.
It
Oh,
is
nice.
critical.
Oh, I forgot about these. I got these yesterday too. I found 7-inch Starry Eyes.
Very nice.
One John would be more into. And then the baby 7-inch Patrick, wasn't it? Isn't it time the one you like?
So what album is Staying Alive off of?
I don't know if I can handle that dude either, Bobby. No disrespect, but yeah, I don't know, man.
And then bands I found Cool in the Rain from Led Zeppelin for $1.
Oh, yeah, can't go wrong with that. You got a little company sleeve with it. Why not?
A hot dog on the B side.
Yeah, I love it.
What album is that Staying Alive on? Because there's like a bunch of freaking.
That's the name of the movie, Staying Alive. So that's the song you want to hear.
I know. Oh God, I found it. Well, I've never heard this version. Really, you want to hear Moxie? I'm gonna see if I have Moxie Under the Lights. I think I have it, but I've never played that. That's a good choice. I have no Heavy Load, and I've never heard of Heavy Load. Sounds like something that would happen to Mark at the Pizza, but yeah.
Heavy Load's pretty good.
Do you have any tea party, Patrick?
No Tea Party. No. I have no Tea Party. I'm sorry.
Heavy Load is a 70s Swedish band. 70s hard rock. Their first album was like 77 or 78.
Huh.
This is going to be very hard because now I can't think of anything. 'Cause everything is on your system now. Like God. Yeah, I saw that too, Bobby. Darren has quite the collection of comedy albums.
Oh, Darren has a solid collection. He has all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he was showing a bunch of comedy stuff on Harry's live stream the other day.
Yeah, it was cool of them to do that. I missed him because I was coming out for dinner, but yeah.
So I was impressed with the Benny Hill albums. I was surprised that he actually had a bunch of
I mean, I
vinyl.
never saw those before.
I know.
And that's
Benny Hill's. I remember the Benny Hill show used to come on TV when I was a kid. And I
late
never
night?
thought it. I thought it was so stupid. And then,
Oh,
like
I
5 or
loved it.
6 years ago, I started watching it, and I was dying.
I know, it's so good.
There's a
Yeah.
when I
It's kind of
saw-
humor.
when I watched it when I was younger. My uncle, we'd watch it with my uncle, and he would laugh his ass off. And a lot of the kind of jokes would go over my head, but like you said, you go back, you pick it up. But even the little run around the fast skits that he did, you know, with the little or whatever. and all that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. We would I would laugh my ass off at those things. You know, he's getting stuff, kicked in the nuts or whatever and stuff like that. That was simple, typical like Three Stooges kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I was the same way with Hee Haw. That was my dad's favorite show for like 20 years. He watched it every time it came on. And I thought it was so stupid when I was a kid. And then again, I go back and watch it now, and the music is so good on there. They got some good, the skits are hilarious.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did-
Roy
I did
Clark
a-
there, it's really good.
Oh, he
I
was
went, to
amazing.
dinner, I went to dinner with a friend of mine last night. He makes guitars and he used to teach with Joe Satriani. I've talked about it a couple times, but we had dinner with him last night, and so he had passes to go see G3 in San Francisco, but he couldn't go. But he said, "Yeah, but they're playing in May, like close to my hometown." He said, "I get his passes. Let's go." So I said, "Yeah." So I think in May I'm going to get passes to go see Satriani and Vi.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be good. That they're always good together, those two.
And the Dixie Dregs are coming. He knows Steve Morse. And I go, well, this guy has his own plane. He's got like a prop plane. He lives out in the country where you can like actually park your plane in your house.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, well, I'll get a hold of Steve, and maybe we can go up the plane together. And I'm like, going, really? You're going to be going on a plane with you and Steve Morse? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, most musicians
you're
would
gonna
probably
die,
go on
that's
a
the way to go.
random guy's plane. I mean, especially, you got to be careful now. You start hearing, Sweet Home Alabama all of a sudden over the earphones. You got to think twice.
You got a pretty mouth.
Man, I went to that record store. I bought that stuff and got his analog production collection in. It's not a store that buys new stuff. It's usually only used, But you can tell he has no idea about the pricing and stuff. Like half the analog production stuff is stuff you can still buy right now for $9. You get it for like 95, 110, 120 bucks. Pretty crazy price. Same with the MoFi. You got a bunch of MoFi stuff in too.
Oh, Bobby's not impressed. He's like, so this record's worth a G note to somebody, is it?
Well, that's the key, isn't it? It just matters what it's worth to somebody.
Yeah, that's somebody out there will think it's worth that, right? Oh, what's this now?
There's other pressings from the 70s I saw, like from there were like 4 pressings in the 60s and 70s, so you can find it for cheaper.
Hey, Don, why don't you try this one a little bit country?
Shut up, Dweezil. Everyone knows I'm a little bit rock and roll! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man.
Really? Really, Record House?
I think Dweezil did a good thing by doing the Zappa Plays Zappa, because his own writing is a little suspect. I know it's not his song, mind you, but his solo albums are a little odd.
I just always felt like he was trying to just make money off the name, you know.
Well, he's a fantastic guitar player. He's
I've never heard
absolutely
any
brilliant.
one I really like.
He's all the stuff that he's done that is bad did really well done.
I seen the Zappa show, and yeah, it was really good.
He's fantastic, man. I don't know what anybody says. That guy
Yeah, I
can
was
play
impressed.
rings around most guitar players.
And I'm not a huge Zappa connoisseur, but I think they played, was it the Roxy and Elseworld album or something that night?
Okay, yeah.
And this was before he had to change the name, so it was still Zappa Plays Zappa.
Yeah.
And it was great, yeah. And I was impressed. I was like, yeah, I just knew kind of his '80s solo album he did, you know. But yeah, it was great. But I have one album of his.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you the last time I played it. So
I don't have any of his solo stuff, but I love them. I got tons of Zappa, and I got the DVD of the Zappa Plays Zappa concert. That was really good, like really good. I mean, Steve Vai
my
was
God.
on that.
Are you telling me that this not only is this fucking Staying Alive, it's Donny Osmond singing Staying Alive? Holy shit.
that's why he was a little rock and roll. Did you get the part of that opening?
Tape is sped up.
That was like from the Donnie and Marie show. She's a little bit country, he's a little rock and roll. Which was funny.
Cracker, I don't know what circles you're hanging out in, if that's what you guys talk about, but
Eddie says he's discovered a new layer of hell. I think you're right. You know, I just looked. I don't have Moxie Under the Light. The only Moxie I don't have. I don't have that album.
He has all these celebrity guys doing solos here. Steve Lukather, Warren DeMartini.
Do those guys owe him money or something?
No, they owed Frank money probably.
Yeah.
Fifth, Nuno Betancourt. Sixth, Tim Pierce.
speaking of Nuno, I still haven't listened to that new album. I bought it when it came out, and I still haven't opened it.
Isn't Tim Pierce that guy that hangs out at Ricky?
Oh, the new Extreme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah, that's Tim. He's one of the biggest like LA session guys.
That reminds me.
You know, I'm not playing any more Osmonds tonight. This is the extent of my Osmonds tonight. Sorry. I don't think I have that anyway. See, this sounds like Steve Vai right here.
Oh yeah. Well, I think he got guitar lessons from probably like every big guitar player that there was in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
And that comes off.
Yeah, that was a little lackluster.
Was that your recommendation, Mark?
No, not me.
There goes record home, right?
That was somebody in the comments.
I think it was Record Hound.
Oh, okay.
Some words are best not spoken, some things are best not said. But since this is
This
your
Dylan.
execution, I think I'm gonna go right on ahead.
This Dylan.
No.
Your man brought you a letter, babe, where you told me how you feel and about the things he said it told you. I'm such a
There could be a Dylan ripoff, though.
never be honest, that to you I
Mouse and the Traps.
they saw me take some other hide for
Early Bugs Henderson, Texas band.
you at least might have asked
Mouse and the Traps.
scene was really what it seemed.
They're really trying to be cliche with that.
Be right back. I need a beer after all this.
All right, go get your fruity beer.
I'm waiting for Dustin to. How does it feel? How does
Yeah,
it
right.
feel? How does it feel?
I haven't talked to you for a little while, Steve. How was that Tool? Did you go see Tool?
Dude, they're still. Every time I've seen them, they've blown me away. How good they are.
Yeah.
We had really good seats. We were. It was a basketball stadium, so we were up like the first seat up in the VIP section. It was really cool. But man, they're always great live.
I haven't looked at their set list lately.
They change it up every show.
Have they? Because
Yeah,
I know there was
there were there's like 3 songs that are in, or 3 or 4 songs that they do in every city. But yeah, they change it up quite
Did
a
they?
bit.
Okay. Yeah, because when I saw them in 2019, they were only switching out like 2 or 3 shows, or 2 or 3 songs, every other city or whatever. So I was curious on this next tour, because obviously, he hasn't put out a new album, he's just inoculum. So I was curious on, how he's keeping it fresh. So yeah.
Yeah, they did. So they did Tempest and one
I
other
love Tempest.
song.
I
What
would
did
love
they
to see
do
that.
off of? They did Vicarious. They did Zombie off of 10,000 Days.
Yeah.
What did they do?
They do any Lateralis stuff?
Yeah, they did a couple tracks from. They did 2 or 3 songs from Lateralis.
That's my favorite.
They did 1 song. No, 2 songs off of Anima and 1 song off of Undertow. I can't remember what Undertow song it was though off the top of my head. Actually, what am I saying? I can look.
You can pull up
Setlist FM,
That's
yeah.
one to do.
Yeah, I log all my shows on there now.
No, I pull it up though just to see. There's a lot of bands play the same couple sets, so I can see what.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do too. Just to see if I really want to go. If they're doing the same kind of thing. that I do
Are
like
Tool the kind of band that will not play sober even though it's one of their most popular songs?
No, they
What do you mean, like play
the
the song sober?
They don't play a lot of the. I mean, that's a big song to certain people, but nowadays it's not. It's not one people ask for like they used to.
I know, but I mean, it was the song that kind of got them on the map initially, right?
Yeah. So I've seen it. Last time I saw them, they did Prison Sex. So they still do. They rotate their stuff though, but they did Pure Inoculum, Zombie, Rosetta Stone, Numa, Intolerance, Ascending, The Grudge, Chocolate Chip Trip, Flood, Invincible, and Pink Trip.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Stink Fist, even though it's a
Yeah.
popular tune, but I was glad when I saw them they played that at the end. What do you?
Yeah, that was
Did
it.
they-
So,
did they-
man, they don't mess around. So they're one of the bands that don't
Oh,
let
the
you-
cameras?
What's that?
Did they the phone cameras and all that stuff?
Yeah, so they don't let you pull your camera out, and if you do, man, security's there in 30 seconds, man. So the guy sitting next to us got yanked out. They pulled him up. They made him delete
They
his
messed
camera.
around. Did they pull him out? Like kick him out of the show?
No, they
saw
let him
one-
back in. He was
did they?
security for a while though. So they made him delete it, and then they put his camera in a little bag and
Right.
let him pick it up after the show. So he missed like 2 songs.
Oh no, man! I saw a guy, and they took him out, and that guy never came back. So I think they actually,
I thought it was kind of a dickhead thing, but then I actually enjoyed the show a lot more because people aren't putting their camera in your
Yeah,
face.
that's the whole point.
and I have a little better courtesy than most people, but when I do that, I usually just kind of hold it in front of me.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying too. It was kind of, and then I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like I need to.
Well, you know what? Honestly,
because I'm going to use it for a video or put it on my thing.
I kind of thank King Crimson for that because back in the day when they were touring, they had a big thing about that. They had a big sign on the entry: no cameras, no nothing. And if you do they catch you, you're out, right?
Yeah.
But and that was back like 2015 or 2014. They were really
Yeah, I saw
hardcore
them.
about it even back then.
Yeah, I saw them in 2019. They still had it, but I did Guerrilla Radio, or I did get a little
Yeah.
video copy at the end. See if I can get a little clip.
They just put their
You know it's not in the
camera
system?
Oh,
Why am I not in it?
I just kinda was just kind of like this, you know. I had my hat like kind of down, and
You know it's not
Yeah,
in the
look at-
system?
I know I was getting
Oh,
asked
there
your
you go.
bootlegs aren't in there. Let's play aside something, pick something on that. I like to hear it.
I will say at
What
the
should I
end,
play?
though, when he said it at the
Something
beginning,
you like.
I'm going to shows and
Which
people
one?
are paying attention
I've never
to
heard
their
this.
phones.
You got I think it was 75, something from 75 or 77.
Let's see. Side 6 contains Tampa, Florida 77. It was rained out after 20 minutes. Side 7 through 12 are Zeppelin in full flight at Madison Square Garden, June 14th, 1977. That has Song Remains the Same, Sick Again, Nobody's Fault.
Yeah, go with that.
Okay. Oh well.
I still want to.
Eddie Elder was really good, man.
500
I had
of
never
them.
seen them before. They did a good set, but the big joke everybody was saying is that it was one. It felt like it was one 40-minute song. It didn't feel like it was a different song.
No,
Elder?
yeah.
Is that like a tribute to Kiss? Or-
No.
No, not at all.
They play the full album. Yeah.
Yeah. Big fanders. Big
I
fan.
am just a boy.
They did let people pull out their cameras for sync fits. So I was like, I know all you assholes are Jones, and go ahead and pull them out for this last song.
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah.
And I recorded it.
But it's funny, when I saw King Crimson, though, Vance, I don't know if this happened, I don't think it happened when you saw him, but when we saw them, what's his name? Robert Fripp saw somebody filming. Like, he was literally pointing at them. And because the security didn't go and yank that one guy, they didn't come back for the encore. And we were in there cheering for like 10, 15 minutes straight.
Oh, wow.
And
No,
they
that's-
and he said, "Fuck you, we're not coming back out." They only did the encore the next night. They would
Wow,
because
that's, I mean, that's so the entire place has because of one guy. You know.
well, yeah, but they you know what happened to that guy afterwards? He got
Yeah,
a
I
few
wonder.
kicks in the back of leaving
Did
the
you-
arena there.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I saw that he got punched in the back of the head by one guy, and all of a sudden it got into a big brouhaha leaving the hall.
Oh,
Of course he saw it. He did it.
Yeah,
I sleuthed at him on the way out.
yeah. It was like an invasion of the body snatchers or whatever. Mark's pointing. Oh, you ever seen that part of Donald Sutherland? No, I was up in the upper. I was up in the upper balcony. So it was like some dumb kid behind me, and it was right at the end when they were doing skits going, man. And I got like a 30-second clip, you know, just kind of just to be a jerk. I just like see if I could get away with it.
Hey Patrick, Bobby's complaining he's been in the green room for 10 minutes.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
No, that means you just scarf the entire buffet tray.
All right,
There you
so the problem with this thing is that the records are all colored, but they're not labeled. There's
Oh,
no
yeah, that's-
semblance to the labeling.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to
typical
figure out-
bootleg shit. Yeah,
Trying to figure out what's what. I'm looking.
you're not gonna
If
unless you
there's
listen
A
to
and
it.
B and C in the dead wax, maybe you'll get lucky.
No.
No, that's typical bootleg, no
Yeah.
label kind of stuff.
Especially
I'm trying
back
to find
in the 80s,
online
that
if,
was
if
big.
something has them listed by colors.
Yeah,
Or you can just roll the dice and choose one.
yeah. Pick your
Probably
favorite.
what I'm going to have
Pick your
to do.
favorite color.
A, B, C. What letter is I? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So this is 9. Ooh, so if this is the one before this should be the one I want. Okay.
There you go. Record Hound, I'm not very big on David Wilcox. In fact, I don't like him at all. So, and you don't need to redeem yourself. I mean, if you like the Dweezil Donnie thing, then that's fine.
I and shit.
I one time went into a bar with David Wilcox. It was in the afternoon. I was with 3 buddies I hadn't seen in a long time. We
Yeah.
wanted to go someplace and have a beer. So we got in there about 1 o'clock, and we just sat down for maybe 5 minutes, order a beer. You know, we're talking, there's nobody in the place.
Okay.
It's
No
a
promise on
bamboo
this.
bar. And, you know, we're having a good time. Then David Wilcox comes up on the stage all by himself.
Mhm.
And is going
Yeah.
to start playing, and you know, we were sitting right next to the stage, There's nobody in the bar, and I says, hey, fella, I says, we're here to talk and all of that. I knew it was David Wilcox. I says, why don't you come down and have a beer with us? We'll buy you some beers and all of that kind of stuff. But he just laughed and giggled. He says, well, I can't. They're paying me, they're paying me to play. And I said, well, there's nobody here, for Christ's sake, right? But he was pretty good about it anyhow.
You hear that guy? That's bullshit.
Sort of inner workings. Hang on, a chick's in a junk shop. Hey, you want some? It goes like this.
That's a nice color for fishing. That's salmon color. I cut that up into little strips and put it on the end of the fish line.
That was far away.
That's a real nice color. New Boots and Panties. I got that album, eh? I got a couple of his albums. He did pretty good for a cripple.
I got the right one. Yay! I do not have any Ian Dury that I know of.
So what, this is from New York 77, is that it?
Madison Square Garden 77.
Kind of muddy.
It's a bootleg.
Oh, that explains that. Does it? I don't know.
Guys, sit down.
You're gonna love those guys, yeah.
I love hearing the audience banter.
I mean, to buy that album there, you got to really love it.
I want to hear somebody in the crowd yelling, it's not underwear, it's a bathing suit. That's what I want to hear.
I'm curious, are these all like audience recordings or are actual like soundboard recordings of this stuff?
I don't know. I've never played
Probably
it.
mixed. Yeah.
Oh.
I was just reading something about that. They were saying the reason so many of the 70s and
Sounds like a
the 70s
cassette recording.
They were saying so many of the 70s live shows were from Japan because from the early days, Japan always recorded everything with a soundboard, and then they would offer to sell it to the band as soon as after the show was done.
No.
So that's why there's so many from Japan.
The only copy I had that had the panties I stole like probably about 3 months ago. But I did have a copy with the panties. They were pink, I think. They were still pink.
I bought that 3LP deluxe edition.
One of those
and
panties albums with the panties live. I've seen them on YouTube, but I haven't seen one live in 30, 40, 100 years.
Yeah, I've got one somewhere. I think it's the white one. I had one with the pink ones. I sold it for like $120 like 2 years ago.
AZ Mick is wearing those panties, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, there you go.
Wearing those panties. Yeah, they're a snug fit, I tell you. But Mick can rock the hell out of those Alice Cooper panties.
Vance, you're a Led Zeppelin collector. Do you have this album?
I don't have this particular one. This is like a 10-album set, but I got a bunch of bootlegs. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, would you buy this one? You know, as a Led Zeppelin fan.
Yeah, bootlegs.
No kidding,
Oh,
eh?
this, yeah.
This is actually one of the more desirable bootlegs that's out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the, it's steep for me for 500, but I'm sure Patrick could get that. I'd like to get it. I just got a 75 one in not too long ago, and I'm about to talk to a guy getting another one.
You can tell this album's never
You're a
been
real
played
fan, then. I'm not like that about
Oh, yeah, that's.
James Brown or nothing.
This
If you
album's
didn't know that
never
already.
been played.
So you're wait a minute, Bobby. You're telling me, Bobby, that you wouldn't do anything like that for Rolling Stones?
Well, if it's not if it sounded like that, no.
Yeah, get your yayas out. Get your yayas out. It's exactly an
I
audio
mean,
file
you know,
recording either.
I'm used to Led Zeppelin and the Stones. sounding like they did either live or on them early records, right? And you know, something that's superior to me.
So a lot of people
Why
would
would
buy
I
this.
think
A lot of people would buy this to listen to the soloing of Jimmy Page. So it's all about jamming. You know, so you're not probably not something you should probably play on a live stream where you're playing a lot. Just probably be must do because it's so muddy.
You need to turn up your mic now, Patrick. Barely hear you.
Really? Usually people say I talk too loud.
That's better.
Okay.
How about me?
But see, I get
I mean,
all
I
that.
go louder.
The interference sound and all that. I get past it.
I could always go louder.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
That was like the voice of God.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Vance. It'll bug me for like the first 30 or 40 seconds.
And then you kind of tune into it, right? You just kind of.
There's some bands like that where I don't really like the singer, but after you listen to 30, 40 seconds, then you kind of get past that.
Yeah.
You know, years ago, I was going to do a video with a voice that loud, right? And it was going to be a silhouette. It was going to be the 10th commandment. Moses coming down from the mountain.
Hey Vance, someone's asking about how the West was one. Is that desirable? Is it one of the better sounding ones?
Actually, it's a really good recording of it. It's a great show. It's actually 2 shows from Santa Monica and LA, but I would tell you to go get it. Absolutely, it's better than the Song Remains the Same. Song Remains the Same is kind of more nostalgic in a way, but the Westwoods one is really good. So, yeah, if you see that, or pick up the CD or the record. That's my opinion. And then again, you got to take that with a grain of salt with me. They can do no wrong, but I recommend it. And the BBC sessions were good too. So.
Yeah.
I love the BBC. Oh, man, BBC has always recorded nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
BBC did some good stuff with Bowie as well and stuff like that, and the Beatles.
Everybody. They've done good stuff with everybody.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I got that Bowie at the Beeb collection. It was so good there that when they did that stuff.
Sounds like the people in the audience were having a good time listening to this though.
Right? If I had a time machine.
Amazing smell in the
I hear stories of them when they played the Chicago Stadium, man. It was like chaos. People throwing empties and their fights that would break out all the time. It was the Looney Tunes.
Probably because of some like wild and crazy Canadian named Bobby Gaff running around, causing havoc.
This is a song about the dams of love.
Can you imagine like listening to one of these and someone yelling, "Sit your ass down, Bobby Gaff"? Look, it's Bobby Gaff, you know. This is the song I wanted to hear of.
Yeah. Great electric blues.
One of my favorite tunes by Led Zeppelin. I love this, right?
His solos were legendary on these tours because they'd always be different, you know, like some nights he was on, some nights he wasn't.
Yeah, the 77 tour, it gets sloppy some nights, but yeah, when they got into the improv and they're just going for it and they take all these different...
And then that overrated guitar player, John Paul Jones.
They'll come in, you freaking pull up the Fender.
Look, John Paul Jones on the Mellotron or whatever that is.
The Fender Rhodes.
Yeah, Fender Rhodes. Could be on guitar, you know, for kids, amazing guitar player.
Well, you know, Jimmy Page is an underrated keyboardist player. They would switch out.
Yeah.
You know.
You might want to change the scroller. People are going to think this is Over the Hills.
Well, people think it's Over the Hills and they're really not Led Zeppelin fans, are they?
Yeah, it's a test.
I know I could sell this set as mint because this thing's never going to take. Hell.
$500, huh?
I will take payment.
I could do it.
Since I'm in the...
I don't think these things come up very often for sale.
I know, that's the thing. I haven't held one and seen one.
And you're never going to find one that's in better shape than this one.
Yeah,
It's never been played.
That's the thing, because, and I trust your opinion too, that, you know, you're... Yeah, we'll get to talk, Patrick. I'll figure it out.
I haven't even cleaned these yet. This is just straight out of the box. I haven't even opened the time to clean these yet. This is just out of the box. This is how clean
I'll tell
they
you.
are.
Let me see what my commission bonus is for these this year. I get that in March.
Yeah,
He's gonna make the bid. He's gonna make the bid for it.
I'm not going to sell to anybody else. I'll sit on. I'll wait for it. It's not bad.
Yeah, let me see how much I'm gonna get.
I'm not actively pursuing to sell it to somebody else.
Hopefully in another week or two, but they won't pay me till March. I mean, you know, or nothing. I mean, it sounded real clean when you dropped the needle before the music came on, you know.
Oh, it'll be in good condition, like you said.
Yeah, no, I have no worry on that.
Like I said, I haven't even cleaned these.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, Patrick. I don't know if you ever talked about that, but how did you actually stumble onto this?
You did that collection that was given to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I also there's the guy that played bass for Kicks, Mark Schenker. He's in a Rush tribute band. He was in the last iteration of Kicks, so might get him to come on the stream to do a Rush stream and let him hang out. Like I said, he's in a Rush tribute band. Pretty popular.
Nice.
Kicks. It was in Kicks.
To do you know, a throwdown. Did we do a Rush throwdown?
Not play what Rush albums or Rush songs.
Yeah, either anything. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a contingent of people who participate who wouldn't be down with them. I don't care. Most people are into Rush. So we can do that.
Yeah, we did it. Remember, we had the big debate at the end there where Patrick was disappointed that so many people were picking "Spirit of the Radio" as the number one song. He was so upset.
Oh yeah, we did do songs, right?
Yeah, now I'm triggered. Yeah, it really pissed me off. It totally made me angry.
That's a great song, man. Come on.
Yeah, fuck no.
I mean, number 6, I think, should have been Rivendell, but yeah. But I'm almost done that book. I'm on chapter 25 of that Geddy Lee book. It's really good.
All right, what can I play next? Oh, there's lots of stuff over here.
Record Hound is saying that his comment is blocking Vance's good time in there to the song.
That's why I hate being down at the bottom. I don't like nothing blocking.
I just play something on this Coliseum record. I have no idea what it sounds like.
You gotta see me in a lineup, Mark.
Yeah.
Out of my way.
Are you working from 7 to 11?
Do you have any other kind of like live bootleg stuff in your collection there, Patrick? Hey, Patrick,
Yeah.
do you have any other kind of live bootleg stuff in your collection like this? By other bands?
I don't have a lot of bootlegs. I'm not a bootleg guy, so no, not really. Honestly, I really don't.
No, I believe you. I'm just curious. That's all.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I just don't collect them.
Steve, what do you got on your phone there? What are you watching on your phone?
Chris Stone.
Just watching. I'm just listening and playing a game.
He's shopping.
Good stuff.
Shopping.
Now I'm broke. I did too much shopping.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
I just bought a new camera lens.
That's kind of pretty decent considering it's over a stream and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody order on the internet before. But that's the first for me.
Really? Eh? You never seen people order online like that,
No, I've never
Valby?
seen anybody order online before. Never.
Huh. Interesting.
I've heard guys, say that they, something I showed or something like that. They've gone and bought it. Or, well, Randy just the other day or whatever, right? But I've never seen anybody do it myself. No. Although I've done it myself. I've heard something, on Paul Adam Quinn or and I've gone to the internet. I buy it, right? Whether it's eBay or Facebook or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever seen anybody do it. What is this?
No idea. Coliseum.
I think Gary Moore was in this band later on.
For those about to die, we salute you.
Something like that, yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Got the best hair.
Best hair. Let's go, Bundy.
Does that light up?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine does.
It has a
Oh,
little panel on the back. I just stick it up under the light for a couple of seconds,
Got a solar panel on it.
Yeah, solar panel. Awesome. Don't buy no Chinese solar panel.
Hey, Jim. What's up, man?
But I bet you that's a Chinese solar panel.
Hey Jim, what's going on? You just missed a marathon Led Zeppelin bootleg side.
There's only 2 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the interesting part. 2 songs and it was like the whole side.
Yeah, this type of love you could get into 7-8 minutes each.
Mike, too bad, Mike, eh? Like Sleepwalker.
Hey, Jenny.
Sleepwalker.
There you go, Vance. One last look where I put it back to the shelf. There you go.
No, yeah, we got. I need to get that. I probably need to get it.
Nobody
That'd
else
be my,
needs to get. Nobody else needs to get that but you. Really.
Yeah, you need 10 albums, right? Yeah, that'll be my little prize to myself when I get my mission check.
Well, there's Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Actually, I think I won that Goatee for the hair because of that drawing you did. When I showed the drawing. That's when my hair was a little wilder. Well, longer. It's still fucking wild.
been bad.
For those
Guys
about
are
the
getting
guy
after
we
it.
salute you, like you trying to remember where that whole plant came from. Is it a Roman general's quote or something like that? Does anybody out there remember what this quote is from?
I think these are
No.
some of these guys were in a Bulletproof, I think.
I mean, I've heard the name Coliseum, but don't know nothing about them. I never see their records.
Okay, Coliseum was a UK band. Yeah, John Heisman on drums, Dick Hextall Smith on sax, Tony Reeves, later joined by David Greenslade, who's in the band Greenslade. Clem Clemson, who replaced the Peter
I
Frampton
do
in
have a
Humble Pie.
Greenslade album.
Chris Farlow, who was in, who did he sing for?
Oh, he was on Saturday Night Live, right? Chris Farley?
No, Chris Farlow.
Oh. No,
He was in
Chris
Atomic
Farley.
Rooster. He was in Atomic Rooster.
And he's also sings on Death Wish 2 for Jimmy Page. And the Outrider album, he's on that. He's considered like the godfather of blues in the UK, Chris Farlow.
Yeah, Dick Hextall Smith was in John Mayall's Blues Breakers. Well, everybody was in John Mayall's Blues Breakers. And the Graham Bond Organization.
Always keep your bong warm, Tim.
John Heisman went on to be went on to be in Bulletproof. He was also in Keith Hartley's band. He was in Alan Holdsworth Trio. So I've got a lot of Alan Holdsworth that's not in the system. He was in Tempest. What the hell is that, Bobby? Is that like a cat pipe or something?
No, it's an
Oh, it's an
ashtray.
ashtray. There you go.
My mom sent me that 30 years ago.
Wow, I got your money's worth.
My mom sent me a lot of things, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't smoke and never have, but some of those old ashtrays from like the 60s and 70s are pretty cool. Like when you push down so the ashes would go down.
They got them with batteries that, suck the smoke out into the filters, right?
There was one that I seen, it was a globe, right? And you'd lift up and the globe would split, and then out are all these little holders that you would put the cigarettes in, right? So like, if you wanted to offer somebody a cigarette, you open this thing and the cigarettes just all popped out in a circle. It's like, that's cool. I mean, I love that, but I don't smoke,
I can't recall any of them. I've seen those guys too, way back when, right? In 59.
Right now they're starting to get a little too jazzy for me.
There's very, very few albums that I'll remember, song for song, even stuff I've listened to for, 50, 60 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I could get introduced to, somebody, and 5 minutes later I'll forget their name. That's kind of, I got a funny memory, believe me, I do. But when I did the Canadian National Memory Test, oh Christ, 30 years ago, I was worried that I was losing my memory because of the booze and drugs I took, and 4 or 5 months later, I got a letter back from the government, and they said I finished in the top 4%. So I don't worry about it. Got a funny memory. They played a lot of bars here too, Ricky Howe, right? But I did see him in an actual concert, you know, where they actually, well, they were Canadian throw-ins. In them days, a lot of kids with all the cars, they talked with a bunch of Canadian bands too, right? And the Canadian bands would play for free, some of them, right? If we were backing up Chuck Berry or Little Richard or something like that, Berry was going to play for free.
Yeah.
Mandei fazer tipo no aço manhoso punhal para matar o meu amor.
These guys just played here not too long ago. It's only the one original guy that's in the band. But,
They're still around?
oh yeah, they just did a show here like 2 months ago.
No.
They're just used to playing tunes together.
Hey, Patrick, do you have anything in your system by Whiskey How?
I've never even heard of Whiskey Howl.
Canadian band, naturally.
I mean, I have some Canadian stuff. It's not like I'm Canadian ignorant, but
No,
I mean, yeah.
I understand. You know, Gordy Lightfoot and Anne Murray.
I have to guess who. I've got Gatto.
That was awesome.
I've got Gatto. Come on, man. I've got April Wine.
I know. Frank Marino,
Triumph,
Mahogany Rush, la da 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 da.
Hey, I got a whole full Thunder Mud collection right behind me, dude.
Triumph.
I gotta pare out my Canadian collection. I used to collect, if it was Canadian, I grabbed it, right? You know, and a lot of it stinks.
I think I have a Trooper album, like a Diesel.
I got a couple of Trooper albums. They're you know, big deal.
They had one album I really liked, and that was it.
I got Honeymoon Suite.
I think that was the first one, probably, Steve.
I got
No, it
Glass
was like
Tiger.
the second or third one. It was.
Yeah.
They had one that was almost hard rock that I liked, but then it was just that one album.
I got Helix.
Helix, yeah, there you go.
And yeah, I got Gordon Lightfoot records.
Well, I used to see him down in the coffee houses back in the mid-'60s. And he, you know, by the late '60s, he was an icon, a god in Canada, right? He had some pretty fantastic tunes, actually, right?
I got Aldo Nova.
There's a name, yeah.
There you go.
Do you have any Saga?
I have a complete Saga collection, I think. And a lot of that's not in the system, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
So pick a Saga song off something, you know. I'll tell you
How
what
about,
song I have.
how about On the Loose?
Of course, I have that in the system. Come on. You have to pick something off of. Let's see. I've got a lot in the system. I've got Heads or Tails, In Transit. Well, maybe not. I think they're all in the system. Behavior.
Oh, there you go.
In Transit, Wildest Dreams, and Worlds Apart.
He just got his hopes up for nothing, Patrick.
Yeah,
Sorry
see?
about that. I thought I'm trying to help. I'm like, well, I've got a shitload of, but I guess I got on the Saga train, and you know, put them in the system. Nobody ever asked for them, but I've got them.
Yeah, it was funny. A couple of DC channels were making a big deal about all the Saga stuff getting reissued last year, which I thought was funny because you can get most of their albums for under $10. I don't know why you spend $45 on a new reissue.
Honestly, I got 5 of these records for free. They were like in a pile. Take these for free. And this guy was like getting rid of his overflow, and he had like a stack of mint Saga albums. Like, take them. I took them all. Same with Humble Pie. Later Humble Pie records. You know, like Three Rats and that Thunderbox and that kind of shit.
I like Thunderbox.
Like, for free, you know, just like mint. I was like, oh shit, I'll take them. This sounds like Peppermint Twist right there. Oh, there's a lot of this shit that's not in the system. Oh man. I got Genesis 3 Sides Live, it's not in the system.
Oh, is that the new version of it?
The what? No, it's the.
Oh, no, that's
the
not one of the
white
new
label-
ones they did, is it?
It's the white label promo.
I missed the auction too, Cleveland. I was asleep. I started watching some of it as a replay, and I said, that's happened by
Well,
here.
let's pull up the 3 sides there, Patrick. Come on.
All right, what do you want to hear off 3 Sides?
Well, why not just do behind the lines? The opener, isn't it?
That's on side 2.
Okay, I'll play that.
Yeah, it went really well. I was surprised. Everything sold, you know. I did rip that Ward 1 album, so it's in the system.
Oh, keep it dark.
You ever hear Collins' Son band? I forget what the name of the band is, but they did a cover of that.
Keep it dark.
Yeah,
No,
like a really like heavy, like industrial kind of version almost.
Was his kid playing drums on the last?
Not that kid. He has an older guy,
Okay.
like
Oh, I
much
haven't heard
older. I think his name is Simon or something.
Who you talking about? Phil Collins?
Phil Collins, yeah.
Yeah, the last thing he did, his daughter was playing. I thought
His daughter.
I saw something with his daughter playing. She's real good too.
I'm sure all the kids are probably have some of this talent in there.
Yeah, you know they're around it. I would.
Yeah.
Did you hear the freaking stuff going on with Wolfgang Van Halen and David Lee Roth and all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Typical.
They've
David.
interviewed some other people that have said he's a douchebag too, though. It's not just David Lee Roth saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a couple people say that he's not a very nice guy. But I mean, he grew up with a super famous dad with a lot of money. You know, a lot of those guys aren't the nice.
What, is everybody going to scratch their back now that Bobby scratched his back? Is that what's going to happen here?
I didn't even see Bobby.
Yeah.
You can't even see his arms in the camera.
Turn it up a hair.
I'm working on it.
There you go.
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Well, I don't know, man. I think Roth is no, charmer either. So
Yeah.
he's an idiot.
Those are in the
Well,
system.
his big complaint was they were just saying that Wolfgang wanted him to pay more attention to him on stage. They said he was like avoiding him the whole time that they were on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't blame Wolfgang for that. Mike, I have that in the system, so this is stuff that's not in the system.
Yeah, Wolfgang though, he was the one person on stage nobody was there to see.
No.
Well, yeah, he was the sore spot of the whole thing. Everyone's probably thinking, why is he there? But Michael Anthony should be there.
Where's Michael Anthony, the voice of Van Halen, the one we really want to hear?
That's true, and that was a turn off for me. I didn't run out to see that tour.
Well, and
But
what's
they
funny is
too-
everybody's talking about his new albums. I think he's a horrible songwriter. I don't like anything that he's released on his own.
I think he should incorporate his whole band in his recording too. He doesn't let them. He plays every instrument. He's a great musician. He can play everything, but it just
I've
doesn't.
seen him.
It seems to vibe better when you get a band together. Mark's
Yeah.
Mark's probably like, "Oh, I play everything too, motherfucker." So,
No, but I know what you're saying, though. I know what you mean, right? When you have a band that you've toured with and stuff, and you kind of have the connection, then why not use it, right?
he's got great musicians playing with him.
Yeah.
Plus, you get a little bit more input, a little different vibe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just thought it would be.
It is helpful.
And that's the other thing that David said was that he 100% wrote that name because nobody would know who he was if it wasn't for his dad.
I have seen Wolfgang a couple times live, and he's just pretty. It's a good live show. I never really dove into his lyrics and stuff. I don't own any of the records that he put out.
I just checked them out. I screamed at that first one. I thought it was, man. It was like
Somebody said they wanted me to play like a What Lies
like
Beyond.
mediocre modern hard rock.
Yeah. Well, he opened up for, was it Guns? Yeah, I think it was Guns N' Roses. And then a buddy of mine gave me a free ticket because they were opening up for Alter Bridge, so I saw it that way. I didn't actually go out and see him like I wanted to pay for it.
Yeah.
So, but it was good. I mean, he could play. I mean, it's not. But I could see how he could kind of have a ego.
Well, look, you're not gonna please everybody. Some people are gonna love it, some people are not gonna like it, right?
Yeah.
Well, and let's be honest, his dad wasn't known for being the nicest guy either. There's a lot of stuff about his dad out there too. So.
Oh yeah, just read Sammy Hagar's book. And you know what he used to always say: whenever you see Eddie on stage and his hair is down, he's fine. But as soon as he put it up in that crazy bonsai ponytail that he would put up, then watch out. That's when he got into like really in the booze, you know.
Well, I've seen a lot of stories about fans too, like trying to get autographs and stuff like that, and him being a dick about it. You never know with that though. A lot of times, I'm sure it's the fans just being dicks.
Ugh. But yeah, I mean, I've heard stories like that with lots of musicians, though, you know.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is sometimes you just might catch them on a bad day, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the story everybody tells. You know, we got a couple people that were there, and he got, he was just in a bad mood, and everybody has that. And those are stories that get out.
I'll never forget this. Hey, Steve, you know Typo Negative, the band, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I saw them in Toronto once, and I was standing side stage, and their keyboard player guy, they're not really tall. Well, they're all really tall, but the one guy, he was on his cell phone, and he was having a scrap with his girlfriend. Because I could hear him talking to her, and he was just hollering and just fucking bitch, like he was just losing it on her. And then no shit, after he hung up the phone, like within 5 minutes, this guy came up to him and wanted to ask him for his autograph. And how do you think that went? That went very poorly. That.
That's funny.
The bitch. That's for women.
Oh man. Sometimes
They
it's
have a
just
new
bad
band,
timing.
too. All the guys from Typo Negative have a new band too. I didn't really like it.
Oh, I never caught them after Peter died and stuff. I haven't caught on to see what happened.
They're not doing Typo Negative. It's some other band. It's all the guys from Typo Negative.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I didn't really like it what I heard, so I never looked any further into them. But talk about a guy finding the right sound at the right moment. Though he came out with that first album, at like the perfect time.
Yeah. Frankly, I love Bloody Kisses, but I really think October Rust is one of their best records they did.
When I go back and look, those were the two main ones that I used to listen to. Their last few albums were really good. I didn't give them any credit at the time, but when I go back and listen to them now, they're fantastic.
Yeah, World Coming Down is a good one too. That one I kind of overlooked for a while, but then I got into it a lot later on.
He's a funny guy too, because he was one of those guys that he was always sick. He had all kind of problems, and he was one of those guys that people talk about how nice he was.
Any cheap trick not in the system? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have cheap tricks in there.
All Shook Up, At Budokan, Banzu, Self-Titled, Green Police, Bound All Parts, Heaven Tonight, In Another World, In Color, One on One, Standing on the Edge.
See, that's the problem. You have everything in the system now.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, but some of the stuff I don't have in the system sucks. So, it's like, I don't wanna,
That's probably why it's not in the system.
there's a reason it's not in the system.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that great, you know?
Yeah, but somebody will like it, right? So that.
Well,
that's
probably,
why-
but I can't tell which one to what to play, you know. So it's
Like
really
Trout
weird.
Mask. Somebody
Yeah,
will love it.
exactly. Although I have that in the system, I have that multiple times in the system.
I'm not
That's
asking you
right.
to play it, I promise.
Well, here, let me go see if I can find some of. Well, I played some of those last time. I can play some of the more than shit. I've got this really cool Fela Kuti album that he sent me with Ginger Baker.
The fella Cootie?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good.
yeah, I'll play him. It's a live album with Ginger Baker. It's actually pretty.
Oh, I got that one.
Yeah.
I got that album. That's the one I was asking. Was it you I was talking to last time when I said I got that record and I tried to put it on my turntable and the center hole is too small? It won't go through my
Oh yeah.
thing there. Like I was wondering how to fix that because I don't want to send it back.
Get a pencil or something and like work it through.
Oh, okay.
Or he could spend $500 for that reamer that what's his name was selling.
If there's going to be any reaming done, Mark's going to do the reaming, right?
No, Michael Kremer was talking about this amazing reamer that was only $500. It was a steal at $500.
$500. Oh my
Yeah, it was
god.
crazy. He had one that was like $1,000. That was like a laser level, and it would put it on the record to show that whether it was perfectly center or not, and then you could adjust the hole, enlarge the hole, and adjust it so that the record was perfectly center on the label or on the record player.
Wow.
It's out of my league.
That's out of everybody. Who needs that? You know.
4 tunes. And the first tune is called
Some guys are odd.
Olon
Period.
Tawashin Yara Jeka Bere. Now,
I suppose
which
if you
means-
got the $1 billion or something,
Let's start
you know,
I
you
still wouldn't
need,
buy stupid shit like that.
you need to spend it on something.
Here goes. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe I buy some of those cables that are as big as a fucking.
Olon Tawashin Yara Jeka Bere. I saw 250 see me yo. Jeka Bere. I saw to me yo Sherry see me yo.
We need a new
Oh yeah, oh, take a bit. Oh yeah, oh, take a bit. Oh yeah, oh, take a bit. Oh yeah, oh.
So is there any connection to Led Zeppelin with this record?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't even know who this is.
Fela Kuti?
Oh yeah, there is. When they traveled,
Here's your picker.
Plant really got into that. You know, you like the Middle Eastern music, so he got into this whole beat stuff and everything. You know, Southern America and places like that. Yeah. So they there was a connection.
Nice.
That's the closest I can get. Fela Kuti with Ginger Baker, some OG German pressing. That's what I got.
Yeah. And we all know how Ginger Baker hated Zeppelin. So.
Did he? Why? What was his big thing with
All
that?
the Cream guys did. They all just did. They were jealous.
Did you think it was jealousy?
Oh, totally.
Steve Carlson's got a whole bunch of fellas' albums. And not only that, but an awful lot of that other African music. And he's got more of it than anybody else that I know of. Some of it's great.
Yeah, I've been picking up a lot of his reissues off of Bandcamp. This Fela Kuti guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time.
Oh yeah, because they're reissuing a lot of his stuff, and they're doing like this every once in a while. They do this curating thing where they get like some really popular musician or some really popular movie guy that'll go and curate like 4 or 5 of their favorite records, and they put into like a box set, and then they'll release it on Bandcamp, right?
Hey, Alex.
But those are
is
pretty
that-
pricey.
Hold on. Is that Sam Gopal an original? Let me know in the comments below. I played the side of it. Is that an original Sam Gopal? Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah, that Fela Kuti reminds me of a date with an old girlfriend.
Is that in your Rico Suave days with the money?
Is that what you called it back then, Kuti?
I remember Fela Kuti a couple once or twice. Yeah.
You're fiddling with her Kuti a bit?
You
Yeah,
feel
you know,
some booty? Is that what you're saying?
back in grade school.
I can't believe nobody is like watching the Grammys. I thought it looks like an original.
Yeah, it reminds me of a date I went out. Fela Kuti, yeah, I remember that. I remember that chick, yeah.
To me, he's background music. He doesn't demand your attention. Well, not my attention, anyhow, right? But then again, I'm a rocker, an old rocker that loves the blues. Eh?
Ginger Baker, the guy was a massive HUD, but I'm enjoying this record.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
there's
beauty of
another
music.
guy.
That's
There's
the
another
beauty of
guy that was
music.
a real dick. You know?
Oh yeah.
Well, Ginger
you can
Baker,
be-
he went down to Africa for a number of years and got
Yeah,
into them
Polo
African
Pony.
beats, right?
Polo ponies, man.
I don't know
Yeah, you
how
ever
they,
see- you
I
seen
don't
the
know how
documentary?
them Africans put up with the guy like he didn't get cooked in a pot. Or
Hey,
Right, it's on your Instagram, John. It's on your Instagram.
hey, Bipper.
I'm not sending a link out publicly, but I'll send it to your Instagram again.
Yeah, see,
you,
like
you
the
seen Beware Mr. Breaker, that
Hey,
documentary
that's
on
cool, please. You know, each to their own,
See-
buddy.
if you go on the Bandcamp, there's a box set now, box set number 6, curated by Idris Elba. He's now done the latest one of this Fela Kuti guy, where he does like 6 titles, 7 LP box set of his stuff now.
Well,
So
that's-
he's
That,
Sorry, go on.
that box set was actually done by Vinyl Riffs of a guy that I know named Colin, whose name is Euripides, who I play a lot of his stuff on here. But he did all the curating of those box sets.
Oh yeah. Because some of these are pretty expensive, like 150 US plus shipping for this box set.
I just sent it to you in your Instagram again, John. I'll go check this link again and make sure it's right.
Hey, John.
Try that one. Try that one, John.
Yeah, Ginger, he doesn't play very well, Ginger.
What a hole! What a hole!
I wish I knew what he was saying. Something about a hoe. I don't know.
Talking about burning his egg.
Something about some little girl in grade school that we met up at the playground. Oh, here's Chipper. Late as usual.
Hey guys. Yeah, I didn't have a link on there.
Oh,
Maybe it was I didn't have reception or something, but thank you.
yay!
Beware of Mr. Baker.
Yeah.
Too bad he doesn't get a little like rowdy on the recording. Don't you touch my fucking drums!
I like the story about the reporter who showed up to his door. And there's a video.
Chased
of
him-
him.
he
He
chased
starts
him away.
with a cane. He's sitting there with his cane.
That's the guy
Oh,
that
yeah.
did the documentary.
Yeah. I do have that, but it is in the system. So we're pleased it is not in the system. It is in the system.
Hey, John, check out what I found today.
Oh wow. Oh, that's awesome. It's the best track. I've never seen a picture sleeve. That's awesome.
I had one of my local shops has 7 inches. They don't add much to it. Finally, check it like every couple months.
Yeah.
And that was in there.
Yeah, that's a 10-star.
Was it expensive?
No, it's like $7 or $8.
Nice score there.
Is that European, out of curiosity, with the picture sleeve? Was that American?
No, I think it's American. Yeah, it's American.
Okay. I feel like I have with no picture sleeve, but I could be wrong. Oh, nice.
You know, if you could maybe explain what you're saying, I might be interested because this looks really, you know, I mean, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to get point across, but I'm not going to ban you because I think you have potential. You know, yeah. You need to work on your delivery just a little bit.
No, I did not. Who is Aston Barrett? Why don't I know that name?
He's the guy who played bass in Bob Marley's band,
Oh,
the
okay.
Wailers.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Ah,
I
I
wouldn't have known that.
I know it mainly because I have one of those, you know, behind the record things that they used to do for, you know, the making of, and they did the one on the Wailers, and they had him on there, right?
Okay.
I love collecting those DVDs.
Play
You
some
know?
Wailing Wailers next. It's not in the system.
There you go.
Okay, that's a good one.
Here we go.
That's the best one.
Yeah,
Really, a
there's quite
serial
few of
killer?
his bigger
Oh,
songs
you'll
from
fit
later
right
that
in,
started off
right
as-
in with the Manson family. There you go.
There's quite a few of the Waylon Weller song or the Wailers hits that started off as Waylon Weller's track early on.
Yeah.
And they're
Check
like
out this
Ducky
single.
Conqueror.
Bobby will like this one. This is Muddy Waters, You Need Love. This is the one that
Oh, wow.
Jimmy Page and Robert Plant had to settle on. 'Cause this is the
Yeah.
lyrics from
Oh,
Whole Lot of
yeah.
Love. Killer.
The bastards.
You need cooling, honey, I ain't fooling.
I never saw that version of the chest label.
It's 60s reissue.
Is
It
it?
would have been 50s with the blue label, but this is
Yeah,
like
right.
a 60s reissue. A lot cheaper to get those.
Yeah.
Hey John, the 50s 45s, were they made of different material than the vinyl later?
They feel different to me. They're harder and thicker.
Yeah. Is it like a shellac or something like that? Or?
No, that would be 78.
No,
Still
that's
vinyl.
Oh, okay.
78, yeah.
It was
Somewhere
a
in the
better
70s
quality. It was a
range.
better quality vinyl was what they used. A little later
Yeah.
on, they started taking old records and melting them and making you know, they used to keep their vinyl, especially in the I think the early 70s they started changing what they were
Yeah, the
doing.
70s is where
Because of the
it
oil
wasn't as
crisis.
good. I've got some stuff from the 50s and 60s that scratched all the shit that sounds amazing.
It was the whole oil crisis.
Thicker-
That's why
thicker
they
vinyl with deeper grooves.
RCA had the flexi diff things and all that.
Yeah.
Look at
But
that.
even newer vinyl, you could bend. You couldn't take an Elvis record from the 50s and bend it like
Yeah.
that, even though it's vinyl.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you could break them pretty easy. You could crack records. Well, you had more cracks than anything else in the old 45. You know, because
Yeah.
we treated them pretty rough.
Yeah. And they had those stupid, if you remember the adapters that were metal. You ever see
Yeah,
those metal
yeah.
ones? They're like a T. Those would crack them.
Yeah, they chipped. They
Those
chipped
were the worst,
fucking
yeah.
head, Best was the little round thing that you could stack, you know, 5,
Yeah.
6, 8 fucking 45s on, right? And a lot of people thought that that's going to scratch it, but the 45s, no, where the label was higher than where the record was grooved,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, people
No, I
thought
like
they aren't
those.
actually.
It's just not label on label on label. It wasn't vinyl on vinyl on vinyl. It was
Yeah.
just
I
label
think
on
George and
label
Nick's
on
do a
label.
great thing, man. If that's your, if
That's
that's
why
your
the
bag, you're gonna
labels,
get
you've
technical.
seen a lot
I
of
like-
labels that had ring wear. You've seen a lot. That's ones that were played on.
My
the
stream's not for
45
everybody
top.
either. So yeah.
I know my
The
45.
AC/DC is not in the system. Yeah, like flick of the switch.
Don't you have one of those 45 changers, John?
Well, in all
Um,
fairness, some of the guys
I
on that
do, but
stream
it doesn't
are
work.
really-
Or at least I can't get it. I have it, you know. You gotta hit the 2 metal clips to let the next record fall.
Oh, do you? Well, that's the Spring Side or something like that, right?
Yeah, I never
I used to
stacked
love
them.
those things.
You know, my stream is not for everybody either. I mean, people complain because, you know, we play music and talk. They go, well, why are you talking while there's music playing? So I hear that a lot, you know, so, you know, it's just the way it goes.
One of my local stores has a huge collection of Fela Kuti. I never got into it.
So who'd you go see last night, Vance?
Oh, I went down to Rosa's as a blues club.
Oh, you went there, yeah?
Kind of a local Sharon Youngblood band, or Cheryl Youngblood, female singer.
They were streaming her yesterday.
Yeah, I was there. And I
Oh, shit,
didn't
I
realize
didn't-
they stream shows, but I I posted a link.
All my Black Crows is in the system.
Huh.
Yeah, they'll stream shows on their YouTube channel. It's Rosas Lounge. So that's
Yeah, I should check out yesterday's show and see if I see you. Where were you?
Yeah.
Were you walking around or?
Oh no, I mean I'm a couple tables back, but I wasn't dancing or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you'll see me. I don't think they did crowd shots. Usually just the stage.
Yeah, they just do a static shot of the stage and just zoom
Yeah,
in
and I
on
wasn't like
there.
on the side. But...
Yeah. But it's a great stream though. The audio is fantastic on it.
Yeah, you know, I didn't know they were streaming shows. So you know you're walking out. Well, I found out there because
Scorpio Brothers, Alex.
I was like, what are they videoing? And I looked it up, and I was like, holy shit, they're streaming the show.
Yeah. A lot of bars are starting to do that now.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I got
Reggie's does that, but they do it on Twitch.
UK Lucky Gravy today at that record store, so, by the way.
That's a great album. I love that album. That's definitely not for everybody.
She's like in the Chicago Blues Hall of Fame and stuff. I think she won a Grammy, John, for blues and stuff. And she knows played with Buddy Guy.
Alex,
and
let me
stuff
know
like
which one of these records is Scorpio Brothers, because I don't
It's a
think
good place
anything
to
says
go.
Scorpio Brothers.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I heard of the place.
Yeah, Rosa's. They've been around they're celebrating their 40 years. Man, I used to sneak in there with my buddy before we were 21 with our fake IDs to just go there to listen to music, you know?
Sure, just to listen to music.
Yeah, well, and drink, but we like the blues music, you know? Yeah, of course we were getting their beers, but they would let us in and serve us. But it was the blues, you know, me and my buddy liked the blues stuff. We're like, let's go down there.
I'm waiting for
It's funny, I don't like most
honestly.
modern blues
We
bands,
get a
but
little
I love
older,
going to
man,
blues
you
bars
S
and
band.
just
You'll be
drinking
okay.
and listening to the music.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, I just
So,
like seeing bands, and
Yeah.
sometimes with newer bands you could get one that just like it's just not good. But like blues, it could always be good background music. Even
Yeah,
band
this-
blues is still good.
When we started going there, so this was like, you know, mid to late 80s, like, you know, just around we were turning 20, 21. So it still had a lot of the older guys, you know, a
Yeah, I
lot of
was
those
gonna say,
old.
still legends was still alive.
Yeah, we didn't know. It's not like John Lee Hooker walked in the door, but we see, you know, we're seeing old guys that were around in the 40s, 50s. You know,
Probably
in
guys
that
who
era.
played with John Lee Hooker.
I
You
wish
know,
I knew who.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I knew who I saw back then. You know, but I don't know. We had been there a good 10 times at least that I can remember, and just, you know, I just have vision this old guy just playing the old beat up piano in the corner and stuff. And
Yeah, I never
just
saw
wailing.
any blues until later. Like I remember when all the legends were playing, but they're always playing at these like jazz blues, but like they were a little like higher class than the rock clubs, and I miss so many good artists.
Yeah,
I was so mad. I started the first girl I dated in Japan. I met her, and then like 2 nights later, we were going to go out. And she's like, "Oh, I got to cancel. Me and my dad are going to see this blues player at the Blue Note in Tokyo, which is a small venue. It's maybe 100 people." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Have fun." She's like, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "Nah." She didn't know who it was. She's like, "No, I'm good. I'll hang out and I'll meet you later." It was BB King. I saw BB
Oh, wow.
King play in a small venue with 100 people. This is like
When he still was like standing, you know, like
Yeah,
still
yeah,
good,
yeah.
you know.
I was like, I've always put myself in that show because you never see him in like a small venue later on, you know.
A lot of those places were seated with tables, and I never liked that. You know, now I would, but back then I hated
Yeah,
it.
this place is, there's tables, and then there's the bar that goes in, but then there's like an open floor for dance, you know, if you want to get up and dance and shit. But I was looking up years ago, I think it was like 1990, I went to the Benson and Hedges Blues Tour or something. It was Lee Hooker, Willie Dixon, was it the Kinsey Report, Coco Taylor. It was just great, you know.
Yeah.
And I was really getting into like John Lee Hooker then, and I was kind of really discovering the blues guys that inspired everybody. And to see Willie Dixon was a big deal for me, you know. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think he passed away like a couple years later too. Then, so, I mean, obviously it was later in the career, but you know, I mean, I was what 23 or whatever it was, so.
Good age. I was lucky to live in Toronto. You know, Toronto was a blues, you know, more so than other than Chicago. I can't think of another town in North America that had as many blues artists up there, right?
Others Memphis had a lot, you know.
Yeah, well,
Louisiana had a lot.
Yeah, the
There's a lot.
traditional. I'm talking like Detroit or L.A. or Frisco or Houston or even New York, right?
I have all your stuff in a stack. So yeah.
And I've seen a lot of the breaks, right? In the 60s and in the 70s, right? They started dying after a while, and I didn't start, I stopped going, in big crowded joints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's really kind of a funny one, 'cause most of the jazz or most of the blues guys weren't from Chicago, where they weren't most of them from the South, and they just made their
Yeah, they all moved up to Chicago
yeah.
and Detroit.
All the famous guys are from Mississippi,
Yeah.
most of them, right?
Yeah, Mississippi, Tennessee, you know.
Some of them even worked on cotton fields, with mules and
Yeah,
cows.
I'm just about done with all those. I think
All
I'm kind of
that
all
work.
recorded. They're just not all processed. I'm about ready to ship all those back.
I know the Wolf was a mule, drove mules in a cotton field at some famous
The
joint,
Muddy
right?
Waters worked on the plantation. Yep.
Yeah, another guy, right? A lot of them, right?
I remember I got into Bob Marley in high school, maybe my sophomore year of high school. I really got into him, read a couple books and stuff. And I read about the Wailin' Wailers, so I went and bought a bunch of CDs and listened. I was like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
One thing about Bob Marley gigs, man, you don't got to bring no pot down. You get a contact high just being in the room, believe me.
Yeah,
I remember one time at Convocation Hall, big room, circular stage, but I mean, it was a hall, music hall, and it had a really high ceilings. And, Bob Marley was there, and everybody was broke.
Yeah, here's a great example, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walrus, the Aragon Ballroom is still there. They just, now there's some bank name in front of it. It says the bylaw Aragon Ballroom. But it hasn't changed. It's the same. Still there. The Ballroom. I think the Black Rose are coming there. I passed on tickets, but
I think I'm gonna go see you YouTube the Spear in a couple of weeks.
Oh, in Vegas?
Yeah.
Are they doing a residency there? I thought it was just like a couple of shows.
No, they've been there for a while.
What year is this album?
Like 65, I think.
Yeah, early 60s.
63? This got Simmer Down on it?
Simmer Down now.
No.
What?
I think that's later, right?
No, the Simmer Down's on the Wailers' first album.
Then this would be
Yeah,
it.
this is the Wailin' Wailers. This is before the Wailers.
And let me look that up, the Wailing Wailers.
Simmer Down now.
Yeah, roots reggae is later. That's like the last era besides dance hall.
Alex says yes, it has Simmer Down on it.
Yeah, that's the first album. It's three guys.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that's
Bobby.
the
This is
first
years
album.
before that.
It's
This
got
is
Simmer Down on it.
This
Play
is like
that
4 or
one.
5 years
Play
before
that
that.
one. Request. Play Simmer Down. That's rock and roll reggae, man. What
If it's
a...
on this record, I can't. But I do have Simmer Down in the system.
This album is fantastic. I love this album. 63 up there. Let me look again. Oh, no. There's 65 here. Well, I guess it was
That's
a
what Steve
single.
said. Steve said 65.
I guess it was a single. That's what I wrote.
Yeah, this is all before the Wailers stuff. This is years earlier.
Question I'd really like to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has earned all mankind just to save his own? One love, oh Lord of mercy. I tell you ever since I pray and I will feel alright. One love, hear my plea. One heart, hear my plea.
Yeah, great tune, eh? Disco Devil, great tune. That's not it.
Well, it's not like a CD, dude. I can't sit here and like change the track. Actually, it's on. I think it's on this side. Maybe it's on this side too.
This is almost more R&B than ska.
Yeah, Simmer Down is like the last song on side one.
Why did you have to leave? Now you're blue. Listen to me, darling. You cheat and you lie. Now you come around me.
It's the last song, the 12th song on the album.
Hey, John, how's that first David Johansen record?
I don't remember it being any good. I can't remember. The only good one was the live record that I remember.
Yeah.
It's like an MTV Music Awards or something on the cover.
This one I picked up today. I think it's the first record from '77.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to listen to it again. I don't remember.
Yeah.
The one with his face up close,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
This is not an
And
audio
this-
file.
so if you ever see them, the Sylvain stuff, not that great either. So like, don't
Yeah.
pay more than $4, $5.
And the only reason I grabbed that first one is because it's so close to the Dolls. I figured it may still have
Yeah.
a little bit of that in there.
It could be good. I have not listened to that in years, but I don't remember it being great.
Not an audio file present.
Yeah, this is Simmer Down.
It's like the birth of ska right here.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I gotta turn this off.
Simmer Down, motherfucker. Especially you, Steve. You've been like on that phone playing games. You Simmer Down.
My phone's over there. It's plugged in.
How you holding out up there in Fresno, Alex? How's the wind and rain? They are saying TV fell. I was predestined by the Whalers in 1965. Yes.
To me, this is rock and roll reggae, eh? You know?
It was
I can hear
very,
rock
very
and roll.
R&B,
That's what ska
very
is,
R&B
really.
based.
Well, but I can hear rock and roll in it too. I don't know.
I hear a lot of like freaking like you know, yeah, definitely like an R&B type vibe to it for sure. Remember, you Simmer Down. You won't get no supper. Sounds like this song was recorded way better than the rest of the record too. You know?
Well, I think the Waylon Willers only actually had one record, so most of it's compilations of all the singles and the EPs and stuff.
Yeah, they
So
really
never
didn't
matched
sell.
up right.
They really didn't sell LPs in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Was it all singles?
Yeah, it was, I mean, they still
Yeah.
made some LPs, but people just bought singles exclusively. The LPs were more for England.
All right.
Well, thank you, Patrick. Thank you very much.
Adults.
Remember when I first heard this, right? I got a buddy who's a real big reggae fan, right? And I thought this was fantastic, that tune, right? It was a good
Oh,
album.
it's great. It is fantastic.
He actually has a radio program on the University of Toronto's radio station where he plays his, his Jamaican music, his reggae music, right? It's that big a collection. That's all he used to. He used to come fishing with us, and that's all he would bring was reggae music.
All right.
Well, this,
Any of you guys
this is
familiar?
basically the precursor to it.
Are any of you guys familiar with Doug from Fat City Vinyl? His channel. He's from Toronto, I believe.
Fat City Vinyl.
He's old school VC, but
Yeah.
he does
have to look to see what
basically
he looks like.
exclusively reggae, but he'll do history. Like he'll go over an artist and do like 2 or 3 episodes going through the history, and like if you didn't know about, like I don't know about half these guys, but it's almost like an education. But he's a VC guy, Doug Fat City Vinyl, but he'll do like three episodes on Lee Perry, or just pick an artist and he'll go through the career, show the records, needle drop some stuff, and give like
I used to
history
do
of what was
those. I
going
love
on in
doing
Jamaica.
Videos like that, but nobody ever watched. Like I did like a 3 or 4 part on Judas Priest and like the lead up videos.
Doug gets frustrated with that, but I said it's almost like a library. Like someone
Kinda
if you
feels
want
like
to reference
Santana.
them, it's there.
What's his channel name again, Beb?
Fat City Vinyl. I believe he's
City
Toronto. Doug, but he doesn't really like mix into a lot of our rock stuff.
Yeah,
but,
this sounds like Santana, Alex. For sure.
Well, I like reggae.
yeah, but he's a good guy. But you could go and look through his like playlists or whatever. But he'll do like history, and he'll talk about the song duels, like a lot of interesting stuff with Jamaican music. But he's pretty much an
Oh,
expert.
yeah.
He's got walls of Jamaican music.
And Jamaican music's kind of like early hip hop, where there were neighborhoods and the DJs that used to go at it. There would be like neighborhood brawls and stuff. But it's pretty cool history.
There's a lot of battles on the record. Like I'll make one about you, Steve, and then you got to make a turn record to me. Like,
And it was pretty cool too, because a lot of the DJs were the ones that were actually making the records for people. So they hooked up with somebody and they'd record it, and then they would play. It was pretty cool.
yeah, and you try to steal songs off the other DJs, find out what they're playing.
What's sad though is, like I said last time I was there, you don't hear Jamaican music anywhere, even the dance halls. It's all American hip hop now, everywhere.
Boy, oh boy, Patrick's playing a lot of weird music.
This is all shit people send me. It's like
Hey, I ain't complaining. Cut it out, man. Don't be so sensitive.
I'm not complaining, dude. I'm just complaining. Someone got
Yeah.
There you are now.
Man, Patrick, why are you giving Bobby such a hard time? Jeez.
This is like
Yeah.
Alone.
Santana meets Jethro Tull.
Yeah, definitely Santana.
It's like a Mexican hobbit.
I was just listening to
But you got
Santana
the
3
food
today.
in there too, which makes it get toll.
But if it's Riverdale, that'd be great.
Yeah, the guy that does the JCM, he does the Led Zeppelin documentaries. He did one on Santana 3 today, or the other day, yesterday. It was pretty good, so it made me pull out the record and listen to it. And Neil Sean on that,
I've never
it's
been
pretty
to a
good,
fan.
man.
Like when I've seen him live on TV and stuff, I'll sit there and watch it. But I've never, liked
saw
him
him
enough to
live.
actually buy any of his records.
No, I got a handful. I never saw Santana live. Just never.
No, I'm not saying it's not
Santana
live.
riff
I'm
right
saying
there.
like when he's on TV or something,
Yeah.
I'll watch it. But
Just always listening.
JCM like the Marshall Head.
JCM 800 is a Marshall head, yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland does. Cleveland, I'm glad you checked that out. He does good stuff. I like what he does, the way he presents it, play cuts and concert cuts and whatever. I like what he does. course, a lot of Zeppelin, but he just did that Santana one. It was pretty good. Did one at Deep Purple too.
This is a complete Santana ripoff, by the way. Are there any people named Escobedo in the band? If not, let me know. There's probably some Escobedos running around in this band somewhere.
Is that what's that song? Oh,
Oh, hey, oh. There we go. Now we got some kind of like freaking San Francisco psych going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost garage rock vocals.
Yeah. Once the vocals kicked in, it got 10 times better.
Like, whoa, what happened?
It's almost like Detroit vocals. Where are these guys from?
Kind of like Malo went to Detroit and like hung out with MC5.
Yeah.
Totally different, man. Kind of have the guitar kind of like follow the melody line there. The vocal line. Did you really spend your time watching the Grammys? You get what you deserve, man. I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. None.
What, that Joni Mitchell on there?
Did you even watch?
I don't think so. I think she's wrong.
That'd be great if she was. I mean, Joni Mitchell was like,
I think
there
that,
any
yeah,
accolades you get.
of course, she was the inspiration behind going to California by the time.
Hey, Harry.
Hey, Harry, were you at the Grammys, Harry?
Yeah, Harry was there. I don't even know
Yeah, I
who was
kinda
up
like
for
this.
anything at the Grammys. I didn't even know they were tonight.
Because there's no rock music on there.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
Harry.
What, Foo Fighters?
Do you ever have anybody go up there and tell jokes, Harry?
Speaking of which, I enjoyed your comedy thing. I didn't watch the whole thing, but you and Darren showing the comedy record.
Yeah, the comedy bums, man. That's kind of a new thing, man. It's cool.
Now that was something else back there, right? I enjoyed that.
This band's all over the map, man. They're all over the place. They can't decide what they want to be.
I think I got maybe 2 Steve Martin records, maybe 1 Richard Pryor record. Very little comedy.
See, like almost Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, it's kind of a boogie, kind of a southern, thing going. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, listen to music.
I can't find anything about this band.
I may have gotten the name wrong. I have no idea. I know the band. The name of the album's called Ico Ico.
No, I'm looking at the album. The album's in Discog because I can't find any information about the actual band.
It's like an Arizona version of the Doobie Brothers. Not quite all the way to the east coast or the south, but,
Interesting guitar tone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like somebody leaned up against it and just pushed the bass all the way down. Like, we don't need any bottom end of this song.
Hot shot player. That's a real hot shot player. Like guitar player. Not my style, but really good.
Yeah, it's definitely got a southern vibe to it there. What year was this, Alan? What year did this come out?
Jesus says that life is just a moment. First it's here and then you find
74.
it's gone away. If you just help me keep my head above the water.
It almost sounds like a Capricorn. You know,
It's a little soft rock there, like
yeah, like the Outlaws, Capricorn, kind of like Outlaws, Mother's Finest, that kind of thing. Kind of vibe to it. Not like Marshall Tucker, but with real Southern talk, with like
Oh wow, it says they're from New York.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're a bunch of like session guys who just kind of put like just everything in the blender.
Like Toto?
Is this
Cool, I
a
like it.
Tenets and Cats kind of project? Each one's different.
Guitar was kind of sharp sounding.
Yeah, very sharp.
Reminds me of
Oh, the
Wayne.
guitar player is
Yes.
player's from Detroit.
Yeah, I guess I knew you'd
Oh,
catch that.
well, that makes sense.
Nobody else.
Was it from Detroit? What'd you say?
Dennis
Guitar player.
Coffey.
I've heard of that name. Who else did he
He's
play
Ed-
for?
The Detroit Guitar Band, Lyman Woodard Trio.
Any session work?
I would say so. He's got 150 or 560 appearances. So
Yeah, I've heard that name.
That makes sense. They didn't have a focus. Studio musicians.
yeah, he's got 128 just guitar credits. So
This is Aiko Aiko. Here you go. Title track.
Now let's play Aiko Aiko.
oh, he played guitar on Colt Jackson Rodriguez.
That's a little like, it almost sounds like a bubblegum version of it.
I don't know, that freaking. These guys are just throwing a line out. Just hoping something with cats. Here.
Is this on the Buddha label? What label is this on? Thomas Dutra?
Buddha label.
It's on something really obscure.
Big Tree.
Jacking off what? Jacking off on my knees.
You should have heard like the earlier songs. They were not like Aiko Aiko.
That's pretty good. It's Giacomo.
Yeah, Giacomo. It was Sugarfoot Harris was the original, I think.
That's the name. Giacomo.
Yeah. It's sometimes called Aiko Aiko. I think Dr. John did it as Aiko Aiko.
It's on Thimble Records. Like
Didn't
Played
the
in their album after this song.
Didn't the iCats do it originally?
I believe Sugarfoot Harris, an old like New Orleans piano player, but it might not be the original. But it would have been like early 50s or late 40s, maybe.
Well, the Dixie Cups, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. They never did catch some boot, did they? Dixie gave himself up, didn't he? Chased him for a couple of months. That was an old trapper up in northwestern Canada that eluded the RCMP for a long, long time.
There's a guy that did that in the Grand Canyon here for like 15 years. They were looking for him before they finally. He like had to go get medical attention or something. He got hurt, and that's how they busted him.
Yeah, I guess there's some canyons there that nobody's ever been in or hasn't been in 100 years or whatever, right? That's a big.
Oh, it's so big. I mean, it's like 30 or 40 miles long.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's like super remote. So.
I one time followed the Rio Grande from the river mouth of it. all the way up to its headwaters, right? Checking it out. See if there was any, decent stuff. And it goes all the way to hell up to Denver, for Christ's sake. But, of course, there's too much business for any decent fish.
No clue who this is.
It says From the Vaults, Volume 2. I have no idea. It's like a compilation, I think. Alex can chime in on who this is.
I have no idea. I don't recognize the voice. Not that I should.
Alex can tell me because it's Alex's record. But yeah. Your Ghosty award-winning cat. So we still haven't nailed down any top 5 throwdowns we could do in the future. That was part of the point of this stream, was to figure out so we don't like.
Well, there's tons of bands we haven't done. We could do,
I know, but we just have to like decide on one.
Have we done Aerosmith?
Let's do. Yeah, we haven't done Aerosmith or Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, we haven't. We haven't done it. We did. I think Sarah was
we haven't
on.
done Blue Oyster Cult for sure.
Yeah, you guys, we did Aerosmith. Did we do Blue Oyster Cult?
Yeah.
Or did we do Aerosmith?
No, we never did.
Let's do Blue Oyster
Definitely did
Cult.
Aerosmith. I think Steve sent this in, or I can't remember. But Sarah definitely did Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Then let's do top 5 Blue Oyster Cult songs.
I'm definitely into Blue Oyster Cult. Songs or albums?
No.
Songs.
Ooh, that's Super Bowl next weekend.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
We'll skip that. I may do a stream at some point.
Yeah,
We'll skip
I
that.
might be at my parents' house. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going on.
So we'll skip
Not that
next
I
week.
care.
A week. 2 weeks from today, we will do.
Oh, you missed the Lemmy earlier, John. What was that band that we were listening to with Lemmy on vocals?
Sam Gopal.
Oh, Sam Gopal. Yep.
And
Yeah, we
original.
listened to that whole album, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
one side of
I
it.
know it. I don't have
one
it.
side? Okay.
When's your next
Okay.
throwdown?
That's what we're talking. That's what we're talking about right now.
Oh, I thought.
Try to keep-
Blue Oyster Cult.
Try to keep up, Bobby.
I got a suggestion.
What?
I mean, you've done best drummer, best bass player,
Yeah.
all the rest of it, right? How about artists or bands that sort of ruined their career by doing something, some change or whatever, right?
Can you like phrase it as something we can actually put a subject around? So like worst career move, something like that.
Yeah.
Worst career move.
I can think of 2 right off the bat.
I can think of a lot.
The Everly Brothers leaving their original writers of Man and Wife team, and Diana Ross leaving the Supremes.
Okay, so you're talking about top 5 worst career moves.
Yeah.
Okay, we could do that. So, but that will be after. We're gonna do Blue Oyster Cult in 2 weeks, and then we'll do top 5 worst career moves after that.
Yeah, that would be John
But
Bonham
how
drinking
about-
himself to death.
Like artistically, like not commercially. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I got
That'd be
you.
up there.
Like
Well,
if I say
in-
Rod
in-
Stewart going disco, someone could
Yeah.
argue, well, you made more money doing that, but
Well, can we also say though?
Well,
you know,
it's up to the individual. It's our own preference, right? Like, for instance,
well, it depends on the criteria because it wasn't a fail, Rod Stewart.
Michael
going disco.
Shanker leaving
for
UFO.
instance, like
you know,
Jerry
that would be-
Jerry Lee Lewis marrying his 13-year-old
All right,
husband.
That didn't ruin his career, though.
Well, no, yeah, hey, what do you
It really
think?
hurt his career.
It did ruin
It hurt
his
Oh, I
his career.
remember. I know it
It
hurt.
did ruin his career until he got country. When he went country, discovered country, all
Ruined
of
it
a
in
sudden
England.
was popular again, right?
Yeah.
When he started in the country, I guess, what, 67?
Well, hopefully you're still here, like after a minute and a half. If not, we didn't do our job. So you came in on kind of a weird night. We're kind of just doing some weird shit. So, yeah.
So like
Apparently, we're doing a lot.
Marvin
of
Gaye
birthdays.
inviting his dad to come over on his birthday. Would that
Yeah.
be-
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
That
probably
would be a
one of the
bad
worst.
move. Yeah.
That'd be a bad. Okay.
Good one, Vance. Well, I can think of a lot. I'm not gonna.
This is a live stream, so
I'm gonna
you're
save
still
them.
okay.
I'm gonna save them.
Yeah, save it, Bobby. I always felt sometimes the live album or the greatest hits package was kind of a kiss of death for some bands. Because after they put that out, it's like,
I'm not qualified
after
to,
it weren't
say
really.
to answer that question.
Well, a lot of the bands kind of looked at it that way. Like a lot of bands didn't want to do greatest hits or something like that because they kind of thought that was looked at as them kind of wrapping things up, you know?
Yeah. But you look at the Frampton Comes Alive, as successful as that album was, what did he do after? You know, I mean, it didn't really have that. There's a couple ones that come to mind when I hear that.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
This is more early reggae than ska. This is really good.
Hey, this band's pretty good, eh? This No Clue. Who this
It's
is?
different bands at the comp.
I like that name for a band too.
No clue.
Yeah. Like Question Mark. I remember when Question Mark and the Mysterians first came out, right? The first hit. We're all trying to figure out who the fuck it was. Mysterious, right?
Was it a mystery?
Oh, we could do a. Have we done top 5 cover songs?
I don't think so. That's a good category too. Yeah, there's so many covers that
Oh,
are
I just
better
stopped
than
when I was
the
getting into
original.
that. That was good.
I don't know. Did we do that? No, I don't think so. Because I think I've saved all of my lists. I don't see that one.
Yeah, no, we never did cover songs.
'Cause I think most
yeah,
of
I know,
them
I know
have on
some
this-
I would pick. Yeah.
I'm using this pad here, and I think I don't have all of them. But I go back to the Rolling Stones.
I like that one. Top 5 cover songs. I can think of quite a few that are really
There's
good.
some there are covers that are better than the originals, but it's very
Oh
rare.
yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rare that some are better, but then there's some that are just as good.
Yeah,
know, that-
just different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
But
good
there are
gigs.
some, there are some that definitely, the new artist just owns that song now.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Whitney Houston.
Yeah, she totally took over that.
I actually heard the original myself.
Yeah,
I mean,
Whitney Houston, don't take a bath. Nobody
Yeah, the
in the
Dolly
Whitney
Parton,
Houston family will take a
Yeah.
bath.
What's
We'll
the
always
song?
love you or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will always love you.
Yeah,
John Doe.
I just watched an interview about that where Elvis tried to buy that off of her back in the 60s. Or, I'm sorry, in the 70s, he wanted to record that, and he said no because Colonel Tom wanted production rights on the song. He's like, fuck that, I wrote that, I did it all myself.
Hey, Patrick, I'm gonna have to get going. Okay.
Okay.
Use that
Good
in
to see you, Mark.
See you, Mark.
Take care, guys.
Later, Mark.
Take care,
Have a
Mark.
good night.
Hey, Mark, are you taking the dog out before you go hit the hay?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you going to do a drive-by, Bobby, or what?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Knock
an
on
old,
wood.
It's an old dog, and it's an old dog. It needs to take a leak all the time, or it's not.
Bobby's going to come by and take you out. Dude.
Well, usually you take them out at
Are
night.
you going to be walking down the streets of Toronto here in a minute, or Brampton?
Bobby's saying that.
He wouldn't do that. Bobby wouldn't do that to me. He's my buddy, man.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, Mark.
Have a good one, Mark.
Good night, Mark. Every cover of Knock on Wood that I've ever heard is great. Just such a good song.
Somebody else made too?
No, this worked. Just the turntable was on the bottom. Yeah, I was just talking about these early Journey albums. The Free Terry years.
Yeah, they're actually not bad records.
I like them. And say what you want, but I mean, this is not the strongest song, but it's, isn't this off of Look Into the Future?
Because I'm playing stuff that's not in the system that I've ripped from vinyl into digital. So I'm just playing stuff off of records that are not in the system, in the digital RIP system. So, you know, usually it's easier for me to play stuff that I've recorded from records.
It would be easy if you just said, I'm spinning records tonight, you know.
Well, you know, people that know.
I understood. I understood, but like other people,
it's kind of a
like,
running joke, you know, it's not in the
yeah.
system, you know. So So all the times you want me to play stuff that's not in the system, here's your chance right now. I'll play it right now, within reason. Of course.
I didn't like this album as much as their first one.
It's just self-titled, right? The first one is just self-titled.
Yeah, it's just self-titled.
And what's
I would
the
never
second
know.
one? What's the third one?
Oh, the third one is Infinity. That's the first one with Stephen.
No, there's three. There's three.
There's
Oh,
Journey, Look into the
It's,
Future, and Next.
And next. You're right.
Sorry, Next.
And then they did there was like a compilation of those called In the Beginning.
Yeah.
No, Next and Infinity came out the same year though. It was like 6 or 8 months apart.
Yeah, who is madder than anybody? Like Robert Fleischman? Like, what the fuck, dude? You know.
Oh yeah, because he was finished up some tour and then they didn't bring him in.
But he wrote. He got writing credits on Wheel in the Sky though, so he's all right.
Yeah, that's
well. And then he went on to do Vinnie Vincent Invasion, which is still one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
Yes.
And I mean, he sounded good on it. Don't get me wrong. I like that.
You know, I have a lot of Nazareth, so I might not have this in the system because I have a ton of. Oh, but it's on the greatest hits. But what's the album?
MC.
Is
that the real MC? I thought she changed her name. I told you to play the other side. We're looking to the future. Title song.
Oh, Christian F. The Heroes in German. It's in Helgen.
Yeah,
That's
here's
fantastic
my
picture.
Nazareth collection here. I've got a lot of Nazareth. So yeah.
That first Nazareth is really good. That thing is super underrated.
Loud and Proud. Okay, is that what that song's on? Yep, there it is. This is the first Nazareth right there.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's got a good cover of what is it?
I don't have that.
Morning Dew. They do a cover of Morning Dew that sounds pretty good. But yes, I will play that off of Loud and Proud. These are all Nazareth albums.
Wow.
And a lot of these are not in the system, so I need to get these in the system. So yeah. You know, I've seen that Diesel album before, but I don't think I've ever bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I dig this music. Yeah.
Yeah, this was kind of the trend. The first time was more hard rock. This one you start you're really hearing the AOR.
Yeah, I would have played the other side.
I didn't like that guitar. I didn't like that sound.
Well, they're covering a Beatles song here.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is not my thing.
No, I wouldn't think it would be.
I don't mean to take it off, but you know, I'm enjoy listening to it.
Oh no, he's been doing that.
Yeah, I don't think though Fleischman wasn't
not
there.
the Gong
This was
Show.
Greg Rowley was singing on that one.
We should do a Gong Show one though.
The Gong Show. Patrick would be so pissed.
That'd be good. Like a couple of us.
Patrick's not the guy. If maybe me or you did it,
or
Vance,
something. Yeah,
Patrick would be so aggravated.
We should do that. I need to be able to play music on my thing. I got that little mixer thing. I need to play around with it. Oh, what did he say this was? This was the Loud and Proud?
Yep.
Yeah.
From Nazareth? I don't have
I haven't cleaned any of these, so yeah.
What is this? This is pretty good.
Nazareth.
Oh, this is Nas. All right, that
Loud
makes
and
sense.
Proud. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have this.
Load and Proud. What is that?
Sounds like the Sweet a little bit. Different vocalist.
No, it's Manny. No, it's Manny.
This is later in the 70s, though, wasn't it? Wasn't this like 77 or 78?
Yeah, I recognize his voice now.
So gentle and sweet, but you've got that look so critical.
This is a Joni Mitchell song, I think.
That's what Record Hound says.
Yeah.
What year is this?
That's the only diesel album I have, Christopher.
I'm not sure. Maybe 74?
I thought it was later than that. You might be right. Yeah, 73. Wow.
Yeah.
73. I'm impressed.
Yeah, this is their third record.
Huh. So that throws my theory about Judas Priest covering Joan Baez as being one of the first like ironic covers, if that makes sense. Taking like one song out of a completely different genre.
That's a funny one too, because most people I know don't realize that that's a cover.
Yeah.
Same thing with Green Monalisi. Most people don't know that that's a cover. That's
yeah, but that fits. You know, that was like
that is Zep Pearl's library. I mean, that is the library that is Zep Pearl's record collection.
The library. The library.
Livery. Why are you behind a livery?
I don't know.
Yes, AI is a wonderful thing. Yeah.
And the guy's not even
Wouldn't
sure of
he be
his
in front
name.
of the library?
Yeah.
He was behind the library. You wouldn't see him.
Well, wasn't
Yes, I had to replace my
I'm gonna leave you a
garage
Joan
sale
Baez
technique.
song as well?
PMZ.
I had to replace my garage sale technique, man. It could not hold speed at all. I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to buy something that could lock in the speed, man. It was just so bad. So bad. So, yeah.
Actually, I guess you would say I'm in front of the library.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I haven't listened to this in a long time.
This is pretty 80s sounding for 73 too.
Yeah, it's got that gallop like the
Yeah,
early Deep
yeah.
Purple and Black Sabbath had. You didn't hear a lot of that until like the 80s. Or Heart.
Yeah, there was an ad on
Very-
Craigslist for a dead
Yeah,
on
right
a
there, that
DT.
gallop,
I think
yeah.
it's a 30L with
That's Maiden. That's everything.
complete with an M97 high.
Judas Priest did it too.
Hey,
I always
Van.
thought Judas Priest was the first.
Yeah,
one.
Priest,
It was
yeah.
75, 76.
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah. But I
Man,
mean, definitely was like
do me a favor,
Paranoid
will
did it, and then there's
Oh,
something
yeah.
off the
Will you pull
first
out
Deep
the James
Purple did it a
Brown
couple of
picture
tracks.
sleeve? If it's,
Forget which
will you
ones.
one off me up on Jenny's thing?
You will let that go, will you?
Did you pull out? pull
You
out
were
the-
sleeping. You missed it. It wasn't my fault. Yeah, I could get it. It's just it's not a picture. It has the label sleeve. It's not, but I can get it.
Yeah, please show it to me. What do you mean? It was a picture sleeve, I thought.
It wasn't a picture sleeve. It was just the king. It was the King label sleeve. Yeah.
I hate that. All the guys couldn't understand why. What's a man for?
I picked this one up. I didn't show this. This is one of the lamest picture sleeves there is.
Oh
All the
God!
colors slide.
Winds of Change. Wow.
It was $5. With the B side,
That's $5 too
between
much.
Eyes and
That's
Blackout.
$5
That's
too
why I
much
bought
to
it.
pay for. Yeah.
Well, like I said, the B sides are hit between the Eyes and Blackout.
Yeah, I like this deck. It's not bad, Jack. I think. I paid like $100 for it, so I was happy with it. You know. I mean, my other one was not work. It did not play with.
I gotta dig through.
Oh, also, Patrick, it's on the Vertigo label.
Oh,
I
there
went
you
to change.
I was trying to beat Vance to grabbing a King sleeve, but I can't find one now.
Oh, I gotta dig through.
So this must be when they brought the Vertigo label back, because this was like 90 or 91, wasn't it, when this came out? Went to change.
You know, I didn't really research the deck. I saw it on Craigslist for a nice price. I went and looked at it. I did a little bit of research on it and said, you know what, man, I'll buy it. You know, I needed something up here the demo, records I was going to sell, whatever. And I
Yeah,
need something that
about
would hold speed, and this does really well. So yeah,
This was
I thought it
Is there only
sounded pretty
three-
good. So
Patrick, is there only 3 tracks on this
right.
on this record on this side?
Brand new bag, part 1. Yeah.
I think there's more than 3.
I'm just looking at the lines on the record. It looks like
Oh. Wow, you could be right. That's a long song. The next
yeah. I
song
was
is
gonna
much-
say maybe I'd love to hear another rocker like that first one.
I don't know what's on. I couldn't tell you what another rocker would be on
Last
this record.
one's not gonna be a rocker by looking at it.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, I could be wrong. I have no idea, but
What he's saying is 15-minute songs usually aren't rockers.
yeah.
Thanks, man.
Hollis Brown.
Yeah. You just won't let go of that, though.
That's what I hate about the Rainbow Live
Probably
stuff.
fell
They've
asleep.
always got that one 15-minute slow
was all
song.
mad. Yeah, John sent me this a while back. This CCS doing a whole lot of love.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you again.
On the Chris Fanning rap label.
And that was the Top of the Pops theme song, I guess, in the 70s.
It was an old,
Oh yeah,
Johnny-
Hank, that's a good song, Teenage Nervous
Johnny
Breakdown. He
Cash.
said that's the last song on this side.
Who's that? Oh,
Johnny Cash. I
Nice.
forget to remember. Old song.
Yup.
Song.
Elvis cut that.
Yeah. And since I got my singles, these are A through H. So I don't know. I always thought these were cool. We were just playing Journey, but these what was this for? This was for
Oh yeah, those quad splits. Yeah.
100,000. Yeah, and it had
I sent one. I
Cheap
have
Trick,
that. I
Journey.
sent that one to Scott. I had a promo copy
total
of it.
classic rock stuff, but it's kind of
Yeah, that looks like a good package tour, those bands.
Yeah, back then.
Only John would look at the fucking track
What?
lines and go, "That doesn't look like a rocker."
That's that.
You
No.
know?
That's fucking funny.
I like stuff like that.
That's a long song. It doesn't look like a rocker to me.
And you
The
wouldn't put
grooves
the
aren't that
rocker,
deep.
but you wouldn't put the rocker necessarily the last song on side 1.
Yeah, but that's something that I really can't stand. Is like
I gotta
people
find something,
they like
John.
put like really low intro shit on the beginning of a record. You know it's gonna fucking have surface noise. Don't put it on as the first song. Put like something upbeat that it's not gonna hear the crackle. Like Pink Floyd, like Dark Side of the Moon, the heartbeat. I'm like, well, come on, guys. You know that's gonna fucking get buried.
The exception is the rain in the beginning of Sabbath 1 now.
Yeah, well, that's great.
one of my
They had
favorites.
that pumped up so high that all
Or
you
the
hear
bells
is that.
from Hell's Bells.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
always
still one of the
cool.
best intros ever. Those
Oh, nice.
bells.
Wildflower? Yeah, I have that one.
Have the
Yeah,
Colt?
it's like a holster. It comes out of holster.
Is that
Yeah.
a UK or US?
Probably US. I don't think it's- is it UK?
I have a signed copy of the 12-inch of that.
This is a much better record than I remember.
I just grabbed that reissue of Sonic Temple, man.
Yeah, I love that record. Is it good? Have
My
you listened
original
to it yet?
copy's a piece of shit. It doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Does that reissue sound good?
I haven't. I just got
Yeah,
it today. I haven't
Did
opened
you?
it yet.
I didn't know they put that out. I have an original, but I'd pick that up maybe.
I had originals of that and Love. Those were the main ones I played, and I sold them a couple
Yeah,
years ago. But they were pretty
My
good.
Wildflower doesn't have a it's got the gatefold.
Okay, or maybe
Oh, that's
I don't know
It's a
if
double
mine-
single.
Maybe mine fold it out like that too. Woman could soap, you know.
I've never seen that.
Is that a
Leave.
German?
I've got a,
Italian.
I've
Italian.
got the regular copy of it.
An Italian compressor.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Japanese.
No, those are Japanese.
Yeah. Highway Stars, strange kind of. When I pulled out my single.
Do you want to be singled out for your comments? I don't really get it.
Kentucky
They played
Woman?
the Pulp. I was at a show tonight. They played the Pulp. They were cranking electric
Oh, that's a
in
great
between
one. I
bands.
like the second one.
Really?
Yeah. Kentucky Woman. Good stuff. What band did you see that played the Cult?
No, they're in between bands.
They
They
put
were,
the Cult in between
Oh.
bands.
I saw it was
Gotcha.
crazy. It was in like a rec center basement. It was a guy died from like the hardcore scene, and it was like a tribute night. So all the guys from the 90s, like the 90s hardcore bands, it was all their new bands played. So it was fun. In a basement, PA system. Like, it was like old school.
Yeah.
Bring your own beer. Like,
I don't think those bring your own beer places exist anymore, do they?
no, it was a basement in a rec center.
Oh,
It was
okay.
very, very
So
hard.
there were a bunch of clubs I used to play at and go to in the '90s where that was pretty popular. That's how they get around the drinking rule. They let you bring your own beer.
Yeah, but they were cranking Electric, the Pulp album, and Sarah's like, nobody here knows that record.
Yeah,
it's a whole like
they
old
did.
hardcore guys.
dude, this sounds like straight up '80s, man.
This is like
This is really good.
Yeah,
This is exactly what I wanted to hear.
I haven't listened to this in a long time. I need to pull this out.
I've never heard this.
Their first record's really, really heavy too, and everybody talks about Hair of the Dog.
How about the Flippin' Boogers?
Oof, bad name. Oh, this is really great.
John Lennon. Well, We Become One, Fastway.
Oh, nice.
That's off the first record, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that.
But the first album came with a single, right? Like a 45 with it. I know.
Yeah, it was just a white label.
Yeah, it looked like a
45.
promo kind of thing, but
yeah, I have that.
I could swear I bought that copy pretty early when it came out, but I guess not early enough to get that single.
This is really one of the best songs I heard. I heard some good songs this week, but this is one of the best. Reminds me of The Sweet, man. Like an American version. Or Scottish, I guess. Reminds me of that Maiden cover, Rainbow's Gold. What's the one? One of those Peace of Mind era singles.
Who produced this?
Do you know what I'm talking about, Steve? They covered a song. Was it Rainbow's Gold? It was
I don't remember that. Is it like a B-side or something?
Yeah, it's a big Maiden B-side from like '83.
You know who engineered? You know who
Little
engineered
vocal.
this? Hold on. You know who engineered this and who produced this?
Martin Birch.
No. You'll never guess. Think Beatles.
Oh, George Martin.
No, Jeff and Merrick engineered this. You know who produced it? Roger Glover.
Oh, all right. I dig this. It sounds like Crocus too. Sounds a lot like Crocus.
Well,
Yeah, it does,
Crocus
does
sounds
it?
like that.
I would love to find that first Crocus record.
Well, that's expensive.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
it's not very good. I used to have it on my iPod. I would love to have it. But
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
yeah, I would love to have that.
I think I heard it on YouTube, and it's like so-so, you know?
I'm sure it's so-so. Okay, I need to wrap this up. So give me something to play to end the night. Give me something that's not in the system. Give me a suggestion that might not be in the system. So.
Well, the other day I asked for you to play Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Child Tiger Fruit. You said you'd play it on the last song, and you never did.
Well, but it's in the system already.
Oh, okay.
This is a not in the system stream.
Never mind.
And plus, if I play that, the stream will get killed.
It's
and
gonna
never-
ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
You got any Blackfoot that's not in the system?
I do. I have like their early stuff, like Road Reservation, that kind of shit.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
Okay.
Here's something you won't hear on the Patrick Show. Or Sink to Bismarck by Johnny Horton.
I have that one. I love
Yeah.
Johnny Horton.
Yeah, me too. I got, best of or whatever, but I do have those little singles.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of rockabilly stuff before that.
Yeah.
Before he did those historical songs.
Who's that?
I got a couple of his albums.
Johnny Horton.
Oh yeah, I love Johnny Horton.
Yeah, if you ever want to
Yeah,
hear
you'll
that
hear
stuff
about
from
him.
55, 56, it's unbelievable.
He's
Honky Tonk Man, I'm coming home, Honky Tonk Hardwood Floor. You know the story, RCA signed Johnny Horton, I think in 55, and he was doing like rockabilly stuff, and I don't know if it was a rumor or whatever, but like two of the guys from RCA were looking in the window, listening to Johnny Horton play and say, Columbia signed Johnny Horton. That's what it was. And two guys from RCA were in there watching him record and said, we signed the wrong guy when they like Elvis. Like we should have signed Horton, but he was balding and but he was so good, his 50s stuff.
he was that's one of my grandfather's favorites is Johnny Horton. He was huge in Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
Pop had a
He's
whole
a
bunch
great
of-
guy. Like him and Johnny Cash, I think they had like stuff to do, like studio time booked or whatever, but they just went fishing for they just bailed out of society and went fishing for like a week, just disappeared. Like we're going out in the bayou and we're fishing.
Hey, it's a nice sport. That was Larry Bird's favorite sport, was fishing.
It probably still is. He's still alive,
Oh,
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Battle of New Orleans too.
Yeah.
Rock and Roller Rover by Bill Haley. Becca.
Yeah.
Probably got that in my dance collection or something.
Bill Haley's great.
Man, I haven't heard this in fucking ages, man. Jesus
It's a
Christ.
great album.
I should put this in the system, man. I love this record.
Up tempo, man. This is good. They're pushing it. You can hear the tempo. They're like really pushing. It's not on the beat. Like everything is just ahead. Yeah, oh, look at that.
That's awesome.
That's hard to do.
White label promo at Cheech and Chong's up in Stoke.
I don't have any Cheech and Chong.
Dave's not here.
When I seen them guys in the first come to Canada, I fell out of my chair. That was so goddamn
I am definitely putting this in the system, man. I have to do this.
I haven't listened to this for
forgot how
probably
good this is.
10 years. I love this album.
It's been like 30 years for me, man. I cannot believe I haven't listened to it for that long.
Is that the name of the album? No Reservations?
Yeah.
Yeah, no reservation. It's the first Black Hawk.
Yeah.
No,
Little
Becky,
tweets on the cover.
Becky was not into Blackbird. She was into country and western and two-stepping. So that was what me and Becky did. So, yeah.
I said Black Hawk. I meant Blackfoot.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, there's like little TPs on the cover bands.
Okay.
I love that.
You can get it for $10. I mean, it's not
Yeah?
an expensive record.
Yeah, I need to get these. I need to
I
get
think
all
I
those
only
early ones.
I only have that Strikes Back or whatever it is.
Yeah, I only have one. The one Patrick. I bought off Patrick. Or he
You
did
have
it.
to have Flying High, Strikes, and this album. Those are the
Yeah,
three
I
you
have
have
Strikes.
to have.
That's
You
the
have
only
to
one
have
I
those
have.
three. Flying High is
I-
the best of them all.
I used to see him in the Hit Parader, and they would be in like Indian gear, or at least the main guy, and I kind of like it was a little weird for me.
I mean, Flying High is like a 10-star record for me, man. Flying High is amazing.
Yeah, Flying High is my favorite. I like Strikes and Tomcat too, though.
Yeah, Tomcat, the production was better on Tomcat. It's very muddy. The production on Tomcat, the songs on Tomcat are great. Like
Tomcat is the one you gave me. It was pretty rocking. It was
with
good
the big
tune.
black cat. On the, well, Tom Allum produced it in Detroit. You know, it was
It almost
produced
reminded me of a
and
Legs
recorded-
Diamond record a little bit.
it was
That makes
recorded in
sense.
His
Detroit.
vocals are so good on this.
Well, I mean, Ricky Medlock was the original drummer in Skinner before they recorded. You know, and he's got that he definitely has that attitude. You know.
There's room for more than one Southern rock or two Southern rock
yeah.
bands. That's a whole genre. We're like,
oh yeah.
No,
these guys were
it's,
way heavier than fucking Leonard Skinner though. They were until Molly Hatchet came around. They were the heaviest Southern rock band. Molly Hatchet was the heaviest of the heavy, in my opinion, of the Southern rock band.
I love Molly Hatchet. I love these guys too, though.
But these guys were heavier.
These guys almost have a little more straight hard rock mix than where Skinner is pretty much 100% Southern rock.
These guys have an attitude though. They've got that attitude. They almost have like that Rolling Stones swagger. You know,
Yeah, I was gonna say like that riff we just heard, that almost could be an Aerosmith riff. Like,
but this was early. This was probably what, 73 again? Am I wrong?
What?
When did this album come out?
75.
Okay, 75. So this wasn't that. You know, it's pretty old.
I mean, this wasn't long after he left Skinner, was it?
Well, I think he left Skinner like 70.
Oh, I thought it was like 73.
Yeah, he didn't play on any of the earlier. He's on.
I know.
What's
Yeah,
that,
I know that.
What's that record of the fucking early shit? You know, First and Last, whatever. First and Last.
Oh yeah. Well, he's been playing guitar for him now for probably 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
this could be Aerosmith, that riff.
Yeah, absolutely. I can hear that. I can hear that.
Nice.
This one sounds like Skinner.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, here you go with this.
Yeah, no shit.
That's like the ripoff of Tuesday's Gone.
It's a simple kind of man right here. It's just like
Yeah,
Simple Man.
it sounds like Simple Man.
Yeah.
100%. Even that, it's a little more driven, but this is basically Simple Man.
Oh yeah.
The letter by the Box Tops.
That's a great sounding. That's the original press too. That looks like it's really clean.
Box Tops.
Alex Chilton, like what, 16 years old, singing on that?
Yeah, probably. Sometimes I forget what I have. Especially with singles. Yeah, see, now I need to get those Blackfoot albums. I like this.
They're not hard to find.
I just have Strikes. So you said this one, was it one you mentioned, Patrick?
Flying High.
Flying High?
Flying High, Tomcat, and probably Siogo. Siogo just because it's an AOR vibe with Ken Hensley.
Yeah.
And they do a great
then
version
they
of
did
Hearts
Vertical
Grown Cold.
Smiles, which is one of the worst.
Yeah, Vertical
albums.
Smiles is horrible.
Okay, wait.
But the
Siogo
cover
is
is like,
good too, and you can find it for cheap. That's
yeah,
classic good
Siogo's
album.
great because it's got Ken Hensley, it's AOR.
Yeah.
They do like a great cover of a Nazareth song, Hearts Grown Cold. Great cover of that. Great cover of that. Yeah.
No,
All the
Medlock is
no,
still,
actually, well, Jackson Spires is dead.
Medlock still plays in Skinner.
I think Charlie Hargret might be alive, and Medlock is in Skinner.
Didn't some of these guys form? Oh Christ! I just lost Black Hawk. Or some of these guys form the country
I
band
think
Black Hawk.
Jackson Spires and the bass player Charlie T. Haggard, I think his name is, formed that band.
Okay.
But yeah, but
Well,
Jackson
you've all
Spires,
now that's
whose nickname was Thunderfoot, is dead.
I think I seen Black Hawk open up for like Tim McGraw or something years ago.
This is totally Simple Man.
Or maybe I'm thinking something else. Maybe that's the Outlaws. That's the
Well, the Outlaws would have been like Henry Paul, Huey Thomason.
Yeah, I don't remember now. It's a country band called Black Hawk.
You know, the Outlaws have lost quite a few guitar players too. I think Huey Thomason went to go play with Skinner and then died. Like, if you leave a Southern band and join Skinner, you die. You know, unless you're Ricky Medlock. Other than that, you're dead. You know, you're done. Because fucking Ed King did it. Fucking what's the Leon Wilkeson, the bass player, died. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it looks like most of the guys from this group, the bass player's still alive, the other guitar player's still alive.
Who's the other guitar player? I mean, Charlie Hagrid's the bass player, Jackson Spires. Who's the other guitar player?
No, Charlie Hargrett's the guitar player.
Okay, so who's the bass player?
The bass player is, I just had it. Greg Walker.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Greg Walker. Okay, but Jackson Spires, I know is dead. I know for a fact he's dead.
Nice.
Thunderfoot.
Yeah, he died in 2015, it says.
Yeah.
2005, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, John gave me this Bobby Graham one too.
Isn't that cultural appropriation? Are these guys Indians?
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
Rick
They're Native
Medlock
Americans.
is.
Yes, they're all Native Americans.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Are they like a red bone?
You're probably saying Indian is not
Bobby, is
appropriate.
it a cultural appropriation you smoking that tobacco cigarette?
Yeah.
Hey, I probably got Indian blood in me, man.
You got that tobacco in your
man.
lungs.
Oh, right?
Whoa, that's a zinger right there, man.
As I'm dreaming about my life, the one that I had before. As my thoughts they all
I had this on the turntable today, John. Playing this.
I don't
Real
see your
good.
lips moving, Vance.
What?
Maybe am I lagging or you?
No, he's been
maybe.
lagging a little bit.
It's kind of like a Charlie McCarthy doll there. Like, yo, Led Zeppelin's great. John Paul Jones is amazing.
Vance, I have a good buzz going at this point.
No,
Say
say
it again.
No, I said I had this on the turntable today, playing this. We were talking about it a while back. Yeah. I still have it on there. Good stuff.
Are you holding up
What
a
is it?
record? Just say what
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
Because I can't see you
see what it
visually.
is.
No, come on, stop fucking around.
No, you're in
What
like
is it?
slow motion. I'm not.
Oh,
kidding
am
you.
I? All right.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
What record
You're
is
making me
it?
feel drunker than I am.
Is this that collection of Page, Clamp, or whatever?
You're like totally in slow motion.
Well, I'm ripping off the Wi-Fi from the neighbors, so you know what I'm gonna do. But I
Your
get it.
MC's kind of twerk for you, Trekker. So, yeah, you got that going for you.
I had a neighbor put a note on.
You look bashful, Vance. Like
Bashful?
moving slow.
Too much noise, late at night, right? I'm deaf, right? So fuck, right? Everything's turned
So
up
if he's
loud.
basteful, that means Bobby's grumpy.
No, I mean he's not. But the
Steve
way
is
he's like
sleepy.
going slow, like kind of.
I'll be dopey, and who are you going to be, John? So, yeah.
I'm not grumpy all the time, Patrick.
Hey, you're close enough.
Oh, that one. Oh, yes. Great record. Now it's coming in. Slow motion.
Oh, damn. That's
Yeah,
a little delayed.
I'm your witch doctor.
He didn't just show it. He
Christ
showed it like 8
alone.
minutes ago. It's just popping up now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of just like jam sessions on there, but it's
Okay,
it's
this
good. to
song is
own.
not good.
Yeah, I was gonna say flip it and find another rocker.
Yeah, this is not good.
This is the first song, though. I like the first 3 songs.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just an album track.
Rock and roll.
You know the one about the guy who got rear-ended? You know that joke? The guy got rear-ended and he comes out of the car and he's pissed, and the guy gets out of the car who's a midget. And no, I screwed it all up.
Already,
Of course I
it's
screwed
ready.
up. So this guy rear-ends a car in front of him, and the midget gets out of the car that he rear-ended, and the guy goes, "I'm not happy." And he goes, "Well, which one are you?"
You're gonna get letters.
It sounds like a song off of Flying High, Stranger on the Open Road.
No, we'll be on the parody channel.
You can't call them musicians dwarfs anymore. I think we gotta call them little people now. Isn't that the political,
Yeah, but this was an
No,
old
that's
joke.
not right either, actually, Bob.
No.
Munchkins is the proper term.
What did I? Whoa, fuck! What did I miss?
I thought it was the Lollipop Kids.
That's
No,
what it is.
that's not good.
I used to watch them in the wrestling, the wrestling, the midget wrestling, High Low Low, and all of them guys, man. They were funny as shit, man.
Patrick's getting all of them.
Oh my god!
Did you get that Alice Cooper yet, Patrick?
Which one?
Height challenge.
The AP75.
Oh yeah, I did. Welcome to my nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. How does it sound?
Sounds great. I mean, all of those sound really good. The only one that I think sounded a little bit off was the Bad Company self-titled. Other than that, they've all been stellar. Whether they're better or not is up for debate, depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah, that Alice Cooper's one that I want to get. I forgot about it though.
I thought it was really, really good. So if you remind me, I'll play it like during the week sometime.
Hey, Hound, you ever walk into a part in an elevator? Jesus mercy, man. The door closes on you and you're trapped. Big
Steve,
city.
you
I've
have
been
Welcome
in
to
a
My
lot of
Nightmare,
elevators.
right? Wasn't that the one you wanted to buy?
No, that is the one I didn't buy. I forgot to order.
you
it.
didn't
I'm
buy
I'm just really looking forward
I'm
to the
going
Yes
to,
album,
yeah.
man. I just can't wait for the Yes album to see what they did. See, I cannot wait for the Yes album. I've been bitching about that for fucking years, man. Finally
Which
I'm
one,
gonna get it.
Fragile?
No, the Yes album.
Oh, I got you. The debut.
Green? Is it green
No,
cover?
it's the third album. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the one that has like Yours Is No Disgrace, Starship Trooper,
Is
Perpetual
the band
Change.
on the cover? Or what is it?
Yeah, it's got
yellow?
the band on the cover. It's green.
Yeah, it's like a film.
Yeah, green.
script.
Yeah, I have that record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never listened to it.
I love that record. I absolutely love
Yeah,
that record.
Starship Trooper. Yeah, that's a favorite. Yeah.
I've seen All Good People, Perpetual Change, Adventure. Yeah, I love that record.
Yeah, that's in the other room. That's not in this room.
It's in the other room. It's in the. If there's nothing else to
Storage
listen to,
room.
and all of my records got fucking
That's the room.
destroyed,
That's the
I'll use that
stuff they use to
room.
start the
That
fireplace.
room.
Yeah, a lot of them are just like stiffness in there.
Yeah. Sweet.
In there with Steely Dan.
Oh, you have Steely Dan records in the house?
I have the Asia one, but I never bought it. It was like you buy lots or garage sales.
Yeah, I
and
get
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I got you.
No, that will never be played.
I bought a copy of it like 20 years ago because everybody talked about how good it was, and then listened to it, and I didn't get it.
This is a good record, man. I forgot how good it was.
Well, these guys ain't bad, you know that?
And this
No,
is their
but
this
they're
is their
great.
first album, man. Their second album is way better. Way
Yeah.
better. One of the
Yeah, but
times
they were
where
good.
the second album.
This doesn't sound amateurish in a bit.
No, not at all. No. Well, I mean, Ricky Medlock was in Skinner. He was already, a seasoned musician. His dad was a well-known harp player in the South, Shorty Medlock.
Look at Record Hound asking the investigated
I
questions.
know. I don't want to
know.
talk about this stuff.
I'd rather
Jeez.
smell somebody else.
I don't want to smell anybody's
Thank you,
shit,
Bobby.
man. I mean, I don't want to smell it. Any
I don't
of
know
that
how.
crap, man.
How did we get on
It's
that?
not even. I'm not even gonna.
I'm an animal. What can I say?
Weird.
I mean, I like a lot of Steely Dan, but I also, I don't.
You don't have to placate me. I mean, you could say you love them. I'm not gonna think
No,
less
I
of
do
you.
like Steely Dan, but to me, it's not the be all end all for me. I mean, they don't. The sun and the moon do not rise with Steely Dan. I can live, I just got tired of everybody talking about it constantly ad nauseum. I'm like, oh man. come on.
Imagine how I feel.
Yeah. And I like them,
Yeah, well, that's another band where so much talk kind of killed me from them. You know, it's like I got a couple records. You know, and my cousin loves them. He plays them all the time, and I'm like,
I've never heard this before. This blows away anything I've ever heard by Steely Dan. Just the last 20 seconds. I'm not even joking. This is great.
This is a good record. It's really good.
Did you hear that little riff? It was like,
He had an edge to him, man. Ricky Medlock
was a little,
definitely
like,
had an edge.
compartmentalized. I don't know, like. It's a well-produced record for a debut.
The Clippers are rock for pure and simple, man. All there is to it.
Yeah, but I like stuff that isn't rock too.
I know, but
you
you're still a rock.
Oh wow, 100%.
Yeah, but this isn't cookie cutter shit, man. They're actually, doing their own stuff. It's like,
Yeah, this was something
That
different
drummer.
for 75. Yeah.
Jackson Spires was a great drummer. They called him Thunderfoot.
Listen to this.
Yeah, it's kind of a breakdown. Yeah.
That's 80s metal. Could have took that.
Yeah.
In 1975.
Are you ending soon, Patrick?
Yes. Don't,
Like,
if you get another
proper
one, you're on
drum.
your own. If you get another
Yeah,
one,
I know.
you're on your
I'm
own.
not going to do that.
Yeah, I made that mistake Friday, and I paid for it Saturday, so I'm not.
This is
I'm not
awesome.
doing that tonight. Yeah.
I like that little dual guitar play right there too. That's cool.
Little pick slide. See you, Alex.
Good night, Alex.
Stay safe, man. Batten down
Later.
the hatches.
take care, Alex.
Guy's pretty good on guitar too.
Oh yeah.
Double.
Yeah, both
Been
of them
listening?
on guitar.
Complex little song.
Good drummer, man.
Yeah, real good drummer.
Yeah, this blows the Steely Dan right out of the
This is
water.
awesome.
Great.
I could listen to this on a loop.
This is right around when Thin Lizzy went dual guitar too, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 75 for Thin Lizzy too?
Probably, yeah.
His voice, man's got that attitude, man. That fucking.
I love his voice.
I got 4 or 5 Steely Dan records. I'd trade them all for what I could hear.
It's so good. This part is so fucking good.
This might beat that first song.
I can't believe I haven't listened to this in like 30 years, man. I have not listened to this in at least 30 years.
You're
man.
welcome.
Well, this is going to probably get in the system
good
now.
call. Good call, Steve. I've never heard this in my life. It's
I
hitting
just
the
listened to
spot.
Marauder like a couple days ago. That's why it was in my head.
Got to get it in the system.
Especially this song, yeah.
Almost prog right there.
How are they going to end? Yes, a little bit. How are they going to end this? Another ballad?
Yeah. Freebird.
Is it going to have the outro gets real heavy? Because this is how you end side two.
I
You don't
can't
want to end
remember.
with a downer.
I cannot remember.
But strategically, you don't want to end with a downer.
Yeah.
Well, strategically, the stream's probably going to be dead tomorrow morning. So yeah, YouTube's going to pull it because of all the shit
Yeah,
they're playing.
too many of the same album.
No, I'm not ripping these at all. I'm just playing them. They're not being. This is not the system that I rip my records on. I have a much better system downstairs. But I will be ripping this probably tomorrow. So yeah.
What was the name of that track? Remember that track. You don't have to tell me, but I will want to hear that one again.
It's Big Wheels.
Big wheels. I'll request that again.
This guitar work reminds me of Stephen Stills.
This is a little bit fillerish. Just kind of jamming over it.
Yeah, but
They can't all be winners.
Jam band, or Leonard
Yeah.
Skinner was very
Yeah.
much a jam band. All the Southern
he's
rock
just-
guys were. I think there's another song after this.
This
but
is
don't
stuff
think
I
this
like,
is
though. I like jams like that.
I don't focus at all when I
Yeah,
read. I
I'll-
go downstairs, I put it on the turntable, I put the needle down, I walk away, I press.
I could tell I
record,
put the record away before this one.
Yeah.
All right, people. It's been 3 hours, so I gotta call it anyway. It's been a long night, and my
Oh, hold on. Did you rip that Thunder Mug Africa song?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, so then we can't ask for it.
Yeah, it's in the system already. You can ask for it Tuesday, but yeah. All right, people. I'm gonna say good night. It's been 3 hours. Thank you for hanging out with me and us and being here. And thanks to Mark, who was here earlier, and all the rest of you wonderful gentlemen on panel. Even
Thank you
Bobby
very
Gass with his.
Thank you for
Bobby
allowing
Gass.
me to hang out with you guys. Have 2 more beers.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing just some weird shit that I didn't know
Yep.
half the shit what it was going to sound like. So it was
Thank
fun.
you, Steve, for requesting this.
Yeah, we'll do this again some other time. Just play random shit. I get people that send me stuff all the time. It takes a while to get in the system.
Good night, MZ. Good night,
just play
Darren.
it.
Good night, Hank. High
Good night,
Fidelity.
Peter Gallery.
Good night to you all, and thank you, auction people. And I'll get back to you. And good night, goodbye, and so long, farewell.
Later.
Auf Wiedersehen,
Bye, guys.
good night.